Hello, and welcome, everybody. I hope you're all having a fantastic Black Friday and celebration of anything else you guys did. Hope everyone's fat and happy. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here in our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. Lastly, if you are interested in joining any of our campaigns, we have open slots, like in this game. All you have to do is reach out to me and let me know if you are interested. We'd be more than happy to get you set up and integrated into our community. Now, without further ado, Casimir, what had happened last session?
So last session, we started off by drifting away from the party at large and going back to on his solo mission into the wilderness in search of his tree sap. Um, yeah, it did not go well for the first couple of days that he was there. His time was limited, and the druids there always tried to teach him for some higher purpose, meaning that there was always something to look out for. Um, but in such a land, trying to become one with it took about 3 days of searching and failing and trying to climb up trees and having them bend down and fall and a whole lot of other things before Or was able to commune with nature, by using magic they would never use. Anyway, then by actually asking the forest for their gift of the sap, he was actually able to get some and returned to the party, having been brought back onto his original layer of volition and then being ferried to the party. Everyone got reunited. Org and Elowin met each other, got introduced, got acquainted, caught back up on what we were doing at the time, and then we set forth onto I think we're in the 5th layer right now.
Obliviscure.
Obliviscure, yeah. So set forward towards the towers that we have in the distance, the obelisks. Or had actually been to this level before and reminded us of some of the trials that he'd went through, saying that once you go to any of the obelisks themselves, they will offer you a trial. And I think it was to become one of their own or to be recognized by that obelisk. I can't remember exactly. But essentially, the party, after much deliberations of teleporting or just walking there, they arrived there within 2 minutes of walking. And
Hey, that's a little exaggerated. It was like 5.
5 minutes of walking, so we didn't have to bust out the epic magic for that. We engaged in the trial and we were met with the narrator who narrated everything and was really quite weird. But Liara picked arguments with him almost immediately, which was to be expected by anything that the party met. But the trial demanded resolve and sacrifice. We volunteered 2 people to be those, and then we all just got teleported. After the trial had been significantly increased in difficulties for some random reason that no one could know.
He straight up said it.
Liara,
He straight up said
yeah. Someone couldn't help their yawning at all for about 30 times. So then the party engaged in combat with these sandworm things that, while there was only supposed to be about 2, we ended up fighting about 20. So yeah, lots of combat went on, people got hurt, things happened. 22 made an appearance at one point, based on I wonder what would happen here. Um, and Vindir ended up getting the consequence of that. Well, I think it was a blessing and a consequence. Essentially, he was briefly blessed, but after the day's end, he's due to be cursed for about a week, essentially crippled with bad luck. And I think that was roughly where the trial had just ended after several attempts at irritating the narrator. I think that was us.
I believe so. So, you all look over towards the spire that is positioned just.
Hey, narrator, before I leave. I know where you live now, so I'll be seeing you real soon. Has anything happened?
Yeah, something happens. Liara, you're gonna have to give a dex save.
Oh no.
And is anybody within 60 feet of Liara?
Yes.
Casimir, Tyrangal. Oh, you guys are safe over here. And Vindir.
Mm.
Okay, so Tyrangal, Casimir, and Liara.
Yes.
Dex saves.
Jeez.
And we're starting off well.
Wow.
Is this basically just as the turn ended?
This is like a few moments after, so all of your everythings are still up.
Okay, so yeah, Cass had advantage, and I think he was actually had a counter strike up.
Oh, it's only a 40-foot radius. Oh, my bad. Tyrangal. So, Kaz, you're
Yeah.
outside the range.
That's
Sorry,
fine.
Kaz. So,
Oh,
Tyrangal and Liara. Liara
no.
and Tyrangal.
Everyone rolled
Mhm.
like a 1. Everyone rolled a 1 or a 2.
That'll be 77 points of fire damage,
Mm-hmm.
followed by 81 points of bludgeoning damage as a gigantic meteor spawns above your head.
Oh no. Okay, I'm down.
That was the last one. I swear that was the last. I know she just doesn't shut her fuck. She shut up now, didn't she? Okay. Oh, this is the one. Turns off.
Ow.
Casimir's going over, healing, and then dragging Liara out.
Wait. Do not heal her, just stabilize her. Let's. If she's unconscious, it'll make things easier. Get out of here.
I think that's the correct move. I was gonna say, please don't wake her up.
Spare the dying. That's what I'll do.
There you go.
All right.
I'm
roll.
going to.
Yes.
Going
Sorry.
to shake. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Tyrangal. You're good.
I'm going to shake like a dog to remove all the soot from my scales.
Yes. Liara, roll a d4. Let's see how many hours you're gonna be out.
We're hoping for a 4 right now.
Sorry about that, Wyatt, but
Oh,
yeah.
one. Damn it.
Oh,
Damn
1
it.
hour.
Oh no, no, dude! Like it's 100% the correct move. Do not wake her.
She needs to go with timeout or needs to take a nap.
She's also 3.5 years old.
Hence why a timeout or a nap is a need.
Exactly.
Yeah, you guys.
We are
forgot her
potty
new
trained
nap.
now.
So, Casimir, she is now stable. You're able to. Somebody could carry her if you so desire.
I'll carry
He's
her.
carrying her.
Oh,
Elowin, you're gonna have to go back into your normal form to fit through the door.
That's fine.
Okay. So, congratulations, all of you, for succeeding in our trial. You are now being admitted into the Crimson Spire. This allows you to join the most honorful and dutiful spire among our city. How would you like your crimson regalia to appear upon you? I'll handle the unconscious one. And you just see like a red dunce cap fall on top of her face from the sky.
I want an immaculate robe, one I can make perfect entrance in.
As you shall receive. And they give you a robe that is completely red except black lining and black etchings that look like shadows of you in different fighting poses all across it.
Awesome. Or that one I'm not fighting.
One more attire, please. I need to keep up appearances while I'm here.
Absolutely. And you receive a full 3-piece suit with a fin tail split back on the jacket portion of it. It is completely red and black sequenced as solid colors.
Vendira, take a scarf.
You receive a red scarf that wraps around you. Cashmere.
He's wearing a scarf and nothing but a scarf.
You thought the sock was bad.
We call this intimidation checks.
Um,
And how about you, Elowin?
how about the spellcasting focus?
What? A staff?
How about a spell book?
No, this is clothing. You don't wear a
Oh,
book.
sorry. How about a necklace?
Very well. Sense a bookmark. That would be funny. And you receive a very large necklace that is a thick black glossy chain that has a large ruby and then smaller like red shards coming off like spider legs off of it.
Have a question for you, narrator.
Well, before you ask, upon completion of your trial, you all are warranted one question to the narrator that I must answer truthfully. I recommend that you parley with one another to decide what that question is.
Ah, I thought we each got one. Damn it.
No, it is a group activity.
Well, what is the most pressing thing we need to know, guys? And I'm not waking up Liara.
Realistically, well, I suppose we don't. We know that she is here, the person that we are to visit, but we also need to get audience to meet, and to learn their weaknesses would be good. Because one problem is, for the person to be able to face, if any of us become under their control, that is immediately problematic.
Well, yeah, that's very.
You're cutting in and out. You have to speak up or move
Yeah.
the mic.
We need. That is very good. There's another question we could ask. Our overarching goal. We could ask him, how do we subvert Exia?
I don't think that's our overarching goal.
That's
And
mine.
he will not know something that is above him.
Not necessarily. Plenty of people know information about people stronger than them.
Vindir, I do need you to roll me a
Concepts.
perception check because you're the only person who could conceivably hit it.
Oh, maybe me as well with 31?
He is the only one who could conceivably hit it.
No.
Oh, okay.
He has a 35. It's
Okay, okay. So 31 is not enough?
no.
Okay.
No. You don't notice anything too much, Vindir. There was a brief moment, like, you swear you could hear him mumbling something, and then silence.
So yeah, unlike the Liara decision, I'm not opposed to my question or your question.
Axiom is the second most powerful entity in the universe.
I thought it
A
was
way to
most powerful.
subvert them is something that they haven't been able to do at all. Any of them, say so included. That's why the current situation exists. This narrator does not have information that surpasses the goddess of creation.
You don't know unless you ask.
I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid.
Wait a second. You all know a say-so?
We've met her.
Do you have proof of this?
I mean, can you look through our minds? Our memories?
That's...
Why-
No. That's not
Why
something
do
I
you
can do.
ask?
I...
Have you
Curiosity?
not? You've not met her, have you?
Yes.
We
Well-
could do Zone of Truth. One of us has it.
He's not in range.
No, like us, then we
Oh.
can say it to him. As he wants proof. Any of you guys have Zone of Truth?
I don't know if it's prepared.
I have Thorn Whip. That's about as advanced as spells I get.
Don't peace clerics get Zone of Truth innately?
No. I don't
What?
think so.
That makes no sense. It should like always be
Let's see.
prepared for
Zone-
truth.
No, it is not. I got Warding Bond and Aid are my second level.
Good spells.
Yeah.
It's not prepared today. Sorry.
Liara, you know you're stable, right?
I didn't know if the narrator made a decision.
No. That was his last one. That was his last one until you talk shit again.
Which is we're not gonna allow to happen.
Well, we're on about a 54-minute timer.
So what is the question we ask him?
That's what we're discussing right now.
I mean, the only reason why we're here is because Casimir wants to go meet Dracula, right?
Alucard.
That's
Or,
Dracula. Or Dracula. But he's not here. If he was here, we would know. You can't feel him right now. He's actually getting further away. It's more that the next layer is where vampires began, essentially. And one of the vampires here is at the head of one of the lineages. Each lineage is essentially what used to be his child, who they killed.
Okay. Well, we're here for vampire stuff, so why don't we just ask a vampire question?
That's why I'm thinking, like, what are her weaknesses? But
Like
it's
where she is, or
she's here. The spire is hers.
oh, gotcha.
Wouldn't
How
she have
to
the
l-
standard vampire weaknesses?
Casimir
do we
doesn't
know?
have the standard vampire weaknesses.
We don't work like that.
Most
So you
vampires
guys-
do. They are classified as vampire lords. Or I'll let Cas get into it, sorry.
So you guys sparkle then.
No. Well, some might. Blood counts are essentially different than vampires. We are. It's a process, but we are an evolution of them. And some of the more mundane weaknesses that are foretold through narrative, like garlic and water and stuff, it doesn't really affect us. As long as we consume as much as we do, which is a lot. We are forced to consume every hour, realistically.
Couldn't that
But
be
if-
her weakness? Stop her from feeding somehow?
Not really. That's makes us a little bit more prone to, like, sunlight and stuff. But this is her domain, and she is surrounded by people that are bent to her will and forced to be loyal to her. We could potentially be going up against an army here.
Well, maybe instead of weakness, would it be more advantageous to us if we asked how we could break that control over them, so she's alone?
That's what I was thinking. But the answer to that could also just be something as simple as strength of will to not succumb to it. It's a genie's paw, kind of, not a genie's paw, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. But if we ask them what their weakness is, they could just say death.
I mean, yes. I'm thinking potentially what we could ask is what information would be helpful to us to know to succeed in killing her. Because that's wide open, it gives us a range of options and could inform us of the current goings on within Aspire, or strengths, weaknesses, and so on. Alliances, things that we might not know.
Fine with the wording of that. Okay, Bandir.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, fine.
All right. You got a question?
What was the question I asked again?
What information would be? I think it was what information would be advantageous to us in our upcoming fight against the
To
vampire.
succeed in killing her. Well, consuming her. As a reminder, you cannot kill her. She needs to be alive for me to consume her.
But does she need to be alive through the whole digestive process, or just when she enters the stomach?
She needs to be alive when I bite her so that I can consume her.
Good enough.
And then she'll die because I'll drain her. It's a very predatory system.
Yes.
We are a disease. And I
Yeah.
am consuming the disease to become stronger. It's like a scorpion pit. You put multiple scorpions into the same pit, and eventually it'll go more potent in their poison. The ones that evolve to survive.
So what you're saying is you're a Highlander.
I don't know what that is.
So, ask
We
the
happy
question
with
then.
this? Yeah. We're happy with this question? Yes?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Then pose your final question.
In our pursuit to bring an end to Cassandra Nocturne, what would be advantageous to us to learn about and to know about going into this?
Advantageous for you to be capable of consuming her.
Yes.
It would be best for you to know that we all adore her of our own free will. We are not controlled by her. Her power does not circumvent the narrator. But she is truly a marvelous person with unparalleled charisma. And he just told you it is not charm necessarily, it's natural charisma. that sways people to her side.
So there's pretty much no hope in it.
I didn't hear what you just said, you were cutting
No.
out again.
No, nothing important.
Okay.
I'd like to cast Detect Magic on the sand, if it's anything magical. Or if it's just
What, the
normal
sand where you're standing?
Yeah.
There's traces of magical residue from when they were transformed into the sand malls, but right now it seems to be spreading out since you slayed them.
Okay. And all the shards of glass are
I
gone as
already-
well?
No, all of those were on the beach, not all the way here.
No, there was lightning striking them.
Oh, yeah. They're just shards now.
Okay. The narrator, I have a question for you that you are free not to answer. Because people ask, who is the narrator? Where is the narrator? What is the narrator? But my question is, how is the narrator today?
Roll me a persuasion roll.
Mm-hmm. Oh, core. Persuasion.
We love 22.
Yes.
Thank you for asking. It's all the time people are always wondering what's going to happen next and all of that, just as you outlined. And sometimes, it's perfectly fine. It's just, I'm okay. It's been a rough few decades or so, but more or less, I'm getting there. Rebuilding my confidence from once it which came. Working alongside Cassandra in pursuit of this, actually.
I'd like to also thank you for indulging us, me and some of my less polite friends right now.
Oh, I would not worry about it. The majority of you were an absolute pleasure to watch fight and foil my plots and plannings. But if that other one acts up again, gods damn it, Cassandra can ask me all she wants, but I will drop another fucking meteor on her.
Can
I
you
would be
sculpt
very-
the spell around us at least?
It's not exactly how meteors work. There are limitations to what I do,
You're the narrator. You have complete control.
Wait, what if I just evaporate all oxygen from her being at once?
I would be
Think you'll
very
find a way.
careful about who you lay your threats to.
Oh.
Because you don't know when they'll come back to bite you.
Your dedication to her is admirable.
Tell me, narrator, if you had a following, what would be your divine symbol?
A microphone. Now, the door will remain open for a period of time.
I'll do fabricate and make a microphone out of the sand.
Aww. Look at you getting the party back into mild graces. Undoing everything that Liara has done in the past 5 minutes.
Yes.
So, you guys head over towards the door?
Mhm.
Yeah, heading on in. Although I don't feel like his answer gave us much.
Oh, he told you a lot about it.
That they're not under her control. Supposedly.
Well, he's not.
The
He just
simps.
adores her.
Yeah.
So, as you step through the door into the district of the Crimson Spire, everything around you becomes copper smelling, like damp stones. The world beyond the threshold feels like a different place entirely, drenched in hues of black and red that seem to seep into every crevice and corner. The crimson light filtering down from the spire above casts long, jagged shadows, as if the very architecture conspires to twist and obscure your path. The buildings here rise like jagged teeth, their sharp spires piercing into the air, each adorned with intricate wrought iron filigree that gleams faintly under the blood-colored light. Crimson glass windows, some shattered and others intact, glimmer like staring eyes, watching your movements. The streets are paved with dark cobblestones that glisten wetly, as if perpetually slick with rain or something else. Gargoyles perched on nearly every ledge, their grotesque forms leaning forward as though they might spring to life at any moment. Between the buildings, narrow alleyways wind and twist, choked with thick black vines that pulse faintly, almost alive, as though feeding on the oppressive atmosphere. The people, or what's left of them, move through the streets with an eerie quiet. Some wear masks of dark leather or painted porcelain, their eyes hidden, their purpose unknowable. Others pass by draped in deep red cloaks, their footsteps soft but deliberate, their faces pale and sharp under the spire's scarlet glow. Their silence feels deliberate, as though conversation might awaken something best left undisturbed in the open. Above it all looms the Crimson Spire, a monolith of obsidian black that towers over the district with a watchful sentinel. Red veins of light run through its surface, pulsing in time with the faint hum that reverberates through the air. Its pointed crown seems impossibly sharp, disappearing into the thick red haze that obscures the upper reach of the sky. As you all have entered inside, you see that there are 3 individuals standing before you, flanked by horses and a red chariot. These individuals are adorned in red armor that stands out distinctly amongst everything else so dull and uncolorful. The 3 individuals look at all of you, and one of them steps forward, peeling off a helmet that has 3 horns, 2 twisted on the sides and 1 hooking down, creating a Triforce-like symbol pointing towards his eyes. As he takes off the helmet and looks at you all, you see one of his eyes is completely black with a deep scarring going across his entire face and down to around where his collar begins. You're not sure how much further it goes. And when he stares at you with the other eye, this piercing green, this vibrant and very colorful green, he looks at you all with a paleness, analyzing you. Which of you is Lord Casimir?
Here.
He steps forward up to you and then kneels down onto one knee, bowing his head. Our Lady of Crimson has alerted us to your arrival to the tower. We are most happy, and she would like to send you a personal invitation. Without raising his head, he holds up a scroll to you.
He'll take it and move it over.
You break the blood seal that is on it. Something you are familiar with from, well, the other lords. And you unravel it. Dearest Casimir, I am so very happy to hear that you found your way here to Oblivoscure. I would be remiss if I did not take this opportunity to show you every hospitality that is available for you, and invite you over into my home. There's no need for you nor your companions to stay at one of our inns or procure any of the homes. While you are here, as an extension of a kindred bloodline to my own, you are my family. Therefore, my home is accessible to you and your own kind. Please come. These people will watch over you to ensure your travel is unimpeded by, well, unruly forces. Signed, Cassandra.
He'll fold it up and tuck it away into a breast pocket. It seems that we have an invitation. They're being most hospitable. It would be rude to not accept. Shall we be off?
Of course, sir. And he will stand up and gesture over towards the chariot.
Do you have a name?
I do, sir. Eduardo.
Perfect. And your relation? Are you a guard here, general?
I am the
What is
first.
your...
I am the first general of her steel hand.
An impressive title. Perhaps you may tell us about that as we go. How you came upon it.
I'd be more than happy to regale you with any of my tales. My men shall be watching our flank as we travel.
It did mention some unruly types here. I thought everyone would have been rather pleased with Cassandra, but is that not the case? Or is it my entrance that they're not too happy with?
It is your presence, sir. Cassandra has willed that you are accepted here. Therefore, as her still hand, I will ensure everyone else's are as well. But not all see her word as absolutely as I do. Some wish to protect her from you, no matter the cost.
I see. It would be a shame if something was to happen. I'd hate to leave these streets littered in their blood. Shall we, then?
Your blade shall not need to pierce a single life while you are here. I shall handle it for you, sir.
I'll entrust that to you, then. And Kaz will just head on forward.
I'll follow Casimir if he's content.
I'll follow Kaz.
So, you are all escorted onto the chariot, and you might be thinking gladiatorial chariots where you see 1-2 people. These are widespread chariots that roll through the streets very distinctly. As you begin traveling out here, he will begin telling you stories of himself. I had come here traveling from very far away. I was originally born to the second layer of this fine realm that we find ourselves in. Through hard work and perseverance, I managed to find my way here, cutting down all manner of foes before me. I had arrived here with a knowledge of this Cassandra, but without ever meeting her. I knew that I would not be capable of resisting her charm, so I tended to stay away. And in doing so, I ended up falling into the improper districts. The other ones, they are more unruly. They see the Crimson Spire as an oppressive force, unlike the helpful nature that we wish to pursue, at, of course, the proper pricing for it. Comfort and accommodations do have to come with the taxation. In one of my dying moments, Cassandra had found me, learned of my slaying capabilities, and decided to take pity upon me. Granted me the ability to ascend to a higher being, become what others refer to as the vampire. That was nearly 600 years ago. I've been by her side ever since.
A long time. 600 years. That's impressive. It's few that managed to make such.
We are stronger together than we ever were in the wild.
Joey, is he able to meet my gaze, or does he have to divert?
He has not even attempted to.
That doesn't give me information.
His first engagement with you was to bow.
Yeah. I know. I've noticed. That doesn't let me scale 600 years is longer than me.
And of course, I have gathered vampires under my own order in operation here. We have grown our standing protective force to the numbers of 35, all of which are out of their adolescency.
How long did that take for most of your men?
A few of them were miscalculations, requiring 40 years before they can control their own thirst and hunger. The majority of whom I chose were of strong will and strong sense of purpose. They merely required 5 years. Casimir, it's usually around a decade is what it takes for someone to somewhat control their thirst. Not like fully, but be able to go out in public. 20 is where it's, they're fine so long as somebody doesn't, make an oopsie and just slit their entire arm open, And then after 100 years, you can be around that, no problem.
Yeah. Impressive stock.
Thank you. Your words mean a great deal. I've heard from Cassandra that you have been growing your own legacy. Shall we refer to it as a legion yet?
Fledgling at best. Unfortunately, several of the matters have been on the docket, so to speak, so my attentions have been drifted elsewhere.
I mean no disrespect in this statement, sir, but if you are ever needing assistance and experience when it comes to curating proper sires, I'd be more than happy to give you whatever knowledge I have, at the behest of Our Lady Enchantress, of course.
That would be very useful indeed. I, of course, have my others to lend a hand, but it is never not useful to learn others' techniques.
Of course, sir. Now, as you've been traveling through the street, you notice that many of the people here are watching you all as you pass. Many of them bow their heads at Eduardo However, a few of them seem to be glaring in your direction, but the moment you begin to look towards them, they shy and hide away. Their animosity is easily felt, the hatred they have towards you, as well as the love they have towards Cassandra. You arrive over at this beautiful fortress built here. By the looks of it, it is on the edge of the city. This entire district of the Spire leading into the other ones. However, though it is posed here, you do not see any of the other district inhabitants from the 3 other districts getting remotely close to it. They are off in the distance, out of sight, perpetually. As you have arrived out front, you see a calculated individual standing there. He very quickly assesses all of you, analyzing you, and seems to be gathering a litany of information based off of your appearance, your clothing, your body language, everything. As you all begin stepping off, this man steps towards you all with a chin-strap beard, and his left eye is completely white, though the other one is a similar color of green. As he steps towards you all, you can see the lovely, noble attire that he is adorned with. However, it has worked into it patches of leather that add in a subtle amount of protection towards this individual. You also notice that he has an incredibly refined looking rapier that has a set of a large guard at the helm of it, grip of it. As he approaches towards you all. Hello. You must be Lord Casimir. Pleasure. He bows his head to you.
A pleasure to meet. And you are?
Darius, the Bladed Choir. And he transforms his bow into a full-blown gesture with his hand out to the side. I am so happy to see that you chose to come here peacefully. We all agreed that peace would be the best option and opportunity to learn, of course.
Of course.
Do you all have any bags that I should be taking for you?
No.
Hasn't spoke to the others. They can speak for themselves.
We don't have any luggage or baggage at this point, Liar.
Some of us have a lot of baggage. What are you talking about?
Emotional or...
I said what I said.
Alright. This is how we get Vindir's backstory. Actually, yes. Do you have a couch? Just...
Clear your schedule.
So
This is going to take a while.
Do any of you have bags that you wish for me to take for you?
Doesn't seem to be the case. Nothing that we need to depart of right now.
Very
Right.
well. He steps out of your way and gestures towards the battlements. You can see the wall that is built around this incredibly fortified location and the gate that rises up towards the ceiling. As you begin walking in and towards it, you see these beautiful stained glass pictures of what appears to be a lovely woman dancing freely with a crowd of individuals around her. As you pass by, you can smell the thick, coppery scent of blood coming from the inside, and despite that, when you step in, it is an incredible display. The black stone on the outside has transformed into a softer gray that even in certain places starts to form into a white. You have this long throw rug of a red origin and yellow trimmings inside of it going all the way down the hall. On the walls are different portraits made in various different styles and artists of Cassandra adorned up on the wall. Notably, not all of them are beautiful pictures of her. Some of them look like they were drawn by people who don't have as much talent inside of them, or perhaps do not view her as well as others do. As you walk through, there's a door to your right that you pass by that seems to be the only one that is closed among a hallway that has a few others. You pass by those other rooms and you see lounges, you see day chairs with libraries around you, see a dining hall that notably has a standing table instead of a sitting one. As you walk past that, you enter into this area towards the center of this fortress. This glass dome above your heads that seems to be pulsing with red light at all times, and a proper little mist, making it incredibly humid and almost a little difficult to see inside of here. As you all entered in, you see a litany of various different poisonous plants all around you that are being tended to by a woman with a very gentle touch. To call this woman beautiful would be an understatement and disrespectful to the word beautiful. She has an unparalleled guise about her that entraps you the moment you lay eyes upon her. Her hair on the right side seems to be braided in 3 paths that conjoin into a long flowing black hair that goes all the way down to her waist. The 3 sides that are braided seem to be tied across the thick nature of the rest of the hair all the way down to there. And when she turns and looks at you all, she has the most emerald and glowing green eyes as she smiles. You see sharpened fangs that are perpetually out with her, and a dress that isn't just lovely, beautiful, and form-fitting, but also has a layer of sexy to her, broadcasting her bust and her waist very, very slyly. She's not thin by any stretch of the imagination. She's full as she looks towards you all and smiles. Casimir. Oh, it's so good to finally meet you. She almost floats across the floor over towards you and takes your hand and kisses the back of it.
Cassandra, I assume? A
course.
pleasure to meet. It's unfortunate it could have been under better circumstances, but...
Oh, circumstances change on the regular. But regardless of whatever the circumstances are, I have been looking forward to meeting you. I've heard you've done a great deal of good things for vampire kind recently, and, well, even good for me at that. And you have my thanks. Everyone else? Oh, Liard looks to be a little tired. I was talking to the narrator about how he was treating her, and admittedly, some of it seemed very warranted. He does not have a good sense of self-worth, and she was diminishing that greatly. I'm sure you understand.
it's why he's allowed to keep his head for the moment.
Yes. We're working through that, of course. You understand. But everyone else, there's Vindir. Oh, you are more beautiful than the stories told me about you. Your hair, is that natural?
Yeah.
Well, you're going to have to tell me what your washing routine is. I assume it's not just sweat and wind.
I'm gonna say it's probably just because I'm so youthful.
Quite possibly. She goes over to and Urgwal, the magnificent and powerful. It is such a pleasure. Would you do the honors and squeeze my hand?
I look at her curiously, but I will fly with West.
All right, give me an athletics check. If you're going to
Yeah,
squeeze. with me.
37. If I'm
Ooh.
rage, yeah.
All of you begin to hear bones breaking in her hand, and you look. You all are very aware of your surroundings, and you can see Eduardo's eyes immediately narrowing down towards her as she's doing this, and Darius begins licking his lips and just diddling the end of his rapier, but neither of them act. Ah, you are so strong. Wow, the stories are true. And she pulls back her mostly mangled hand at this point. Wow. I am very impressed with you. That is magnificent.
Thanks. I
All
go all out.
natural.
Yes, all natural.
That is commendable. Not everybody has that level of perseverance.
It is worth it.
Clearly. Oh, I'm going to have to drink at least 2 pints to fix this little up. And she begins shaking her hand, and you hear it like cracking back into place for her.
Yeah. That's kind of why I was not worried. I was like, yeah, she'll be able to.
She floats over to you, Elowin.
Mhm.
I do not believe we've been well acquainted, but the narrator assured me that you are by far the kindest of everybody in your group, and for that you have my thanks. He does need a kind word of reassurance every now and again.
I'll lift my dress just up, just so slightly to do a small bow.
Oh, sweetheart, no. I appreciate the gesture very much, but there's no bowing to me. I'm just a person here.
Will it be possible to meet this narrator, or is he too shy, perhaps?
He is incredibly shy, but I can be more than happy to ask him. Eventually. He does not want to meet Liara at all.
No, of course. I was thinking more in a private setting. I do not want him to be upset by the presence of a less polite person.
Very fair. Please, everybody come in. Be sure not to touch any of the plants unless you, well, are able to resist the urges of poisons. It's a little habit I picked up in the last few centuries. Poisons are so much more fun to work with. I've even weakened my constitution just so I have to be more careful when I handle them. It's added a level of tenderness to my workings that I was missing previously.
Can we see like any of the plants that she's talking about, or is it just
Oh yeah,
most of the
it's a
restaurant?
huge. This entire room is filled with poisonous plants. But there's plenty of chairs that seem to be moved far enough from the plants that anybody could sit in them. It's kind of like a greenhouse that you can like sit down and lounge at, and she'll go over to a table. Now, we do have normal food and drink for everybody. Marceline makes the absolute best chamomile. She grows it in a different greenhouse, don't worry. Would you all be interested in a glass?
Of course.
Yes, please.
She'll look over. Darius, darling, please. Could you go ask dearest Marceline to prepare some chamomile for everybody? And let's go with our finest aged... What's your favorite race to drink from, Casimir?
Give me a second.
Yep. You're looking at your list of things that you've tried.
Now I'm curious if she ever had dragon blood now.
Oh, she has. She's. You'll learn about her. She's ancient.
Do you know, I actually don't mind a little bit of Asimir. Though it burns, I find it can be pleasant at times.
Azimar. Have you tried aged Azimar 120 years? They usually expire around the 140-ish mark, so it's very difficult to have it harvested and last that long before they start showing their attributes.
No, I can't say if I have. I know I found this particular brew in the Feywilds, but you know the details are lost on me right now. But I think it was from like one of the very first.
Ooh.
Immaculate, really.
Oh, that sounds delicious. I don't think I have any of that, but I do have 120 aged. 120 aged Asimar, a full bottle, please. We'll share it.
Sounds wonderful. If you will give me a second, just so that we can have everyone present here. It would be rude to just have her.
Yes, and
laying here.
biscuits. And biscuits.
Kaz will heal Liara so that she can wake up.
She's gonna scream, "Ow!" What happened? And where are we?
Oh,
Is that my new
Liara!
body?
No, darling. Thank you. I like you, well... I like your mind and spirit far more than your body.
I hate this body. I don't know why I took it. It's missing an arm.
Well, we're just gonna have to rectify that. She walks over to you and sticks her hand down to shake yours. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Cassandra.
She looks at the missing arm after saying that, the handshake. Wow. She's not shaking with her left hand. She's missing her.
Yeah, she reaches for the proper one.
She.
I do this because I'm right-handed. She goes the proper way.
Okay. Wow. Are you? I'm gonna look at Casimir. Is this the person?
I am.
Liara, this is Cassandra. Cassandra, Liara.
Nice to
Play
meet you.
nice.
She'll shake her hand.
It's nice to meet you as well. Yes, I'm the person he aspires to kill.
Okay. I don't know if this is the right time to do this. I'm gonna look at it.
Chamomile
big
and
is-
biscuits is on the way. Take a seat.
How big is the room?
Well, for walkable space, there's only about 30-ish feet around. But the room itself is probably a good 60 feet in all sides.
Okay.
Oh.
Liara, whatever you're thinking, probably not. But we are about to have an enjoyable meal.
Yes.
So let's, we are in front of company, so
Okay. I'm gonna
Behave.
look at it. So when do you want to do this?
I don't want to do this at all, but I understand that might not be something achievable, and what happens, happens. But I figured at minimum we can show a little bit of decorum towards one another. And, well, I've been dying to meet all of you and learning from you directly. I've been hearing stories far and wide about all, and it would just warm my heart so much to know more about each of you.
I'm gonna look again at Casimir. So are you gonna do this like you did last time, where it's like in an arena, 1 versus 1, or are we all doing this?
for now we're having dinner.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
Also, they have some lovely plants here, but don't touch their poisonous.
As you say that, she's just gonna go look at the plants.
Ooh, nightshade. She has all varieties of plants that you know about that are poisonous, and other ones that you don't know about, but you can presume are poisonous.
Just gonna start. Can I collect seeds?
You have an affinity for these types of things, don't you?
I actually have a question for you.
They were just speaking. 1 second.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I guess your scouting mission's going well. Um,
Scouting.
oh, assessing each one of us, what we're good at. That's why you're talking to us right now, right?
No.
Oh,
I heard of Casimir's exploits from Zodiac and beyond, and I started wanting to know more about it. Since I am here, and I have not wished to leave or been capable of leaving, honestly. And I just love hearing of all of your stories and being regaled about what it is you are doing and what it is you are all achieving. I honestly just adore your works together.
is this how Liara finds out about Shar? So what have you heard about us?
Well, one of you I haven't heard anything about. Gestures at Elowin. However, I have heard of many of your famous exploits that you've achieved. Taking out the elemental law of water. Quite a feat to achieve, I might add. Stopping the incursion of the Brood Mother. That is another incredible feat that I have to say that I'm impressed by. Gathering of forces and becoming leaders of your own right and heroes of your own worlds. You're all magnificent individuals. But
It's wonderful to hear you say as much, though. I must say, there was a piece of that tale that stuck out to me the most. You're not able to leave.
oh no.
How so? I would have presumed that you would have been able to go as you want, that you had surpassed the trial, however it is for this layer.
I have, yes. And beyond. Except for the final layer. Unfortunately, I cannot beat that one. Not by myself.
Luminara? How so?
You see, what do you know of the origin of all of us? Our kind.
It started in sepulchres, from what I understand. The lineages essentially came from a small town called Medic Drama.
Yes, that is correct. That is where the lineages began. All born out of Dracula. Each of us are a portion of him, even if you are not the original child, as neither I am nor you. Their blood fully flows through us, so we are them in spirit and kindred nature. The reason I cannot leave is every time I get close to that layer, the hunger begins to become overwhelming. His dormant state, as it were, too powerful to overcome. As I heard you have experienced recently.
I met him briefly, yes. Or at least a fragment of him. I'm not sure how much it really was him. It felt like it was.
The only way you or I would be capable of passing the trials of Sepulcrux would be if we were able to fully suppress our hunger while there. And I was not capable of doing so. Sadly.
It does have its difficulties.
It does.
So I can't say I blame you there, especially for us.
And, you know, I wanted to build a place where those that aspire to greatness but far short of leaving this realm can be comfortable, can live, persist, to thrive in a community of people. And I hope that is how the community feels that I've been treating all of them. She gestures over at her 2 servants, and now a third one walks in, a beautiful-looking woman, a little older, probably human when she was alive and cresting on 40-ish, carrying a tray and places it down to hand everybody their own small glass little teacup of chamomile, offering milk. Milk for anyone?
What type of milk?
This is goat.
I'd like to, if you please.
I'll take some as well.
Yes, very well. And biscuits. And she holds up a tray of various different small cookies that are dry.
He's in milk. Good combo.
Yes, of course. You all load up on them, and she'll take out a different tray of cookies that have red laced through them. Blood scones. Marceline has made quite a lovely workings of various different meals so that I can feel more engaged in a very important aspect of mortal lives. Eating. You should try them, Casimir. They're actually palatable.
I'll check the tray with the blood red cookies. Is it safe for me to eat? Or
Probably not. It is about 90% blood.
oh, okay.
Yes. I wouldn't
Oh.
recommend it, at least.
No, I'll pass.
Yes. But you look like you had a question for me.
Yes. Do you have an empty bottle nearby?
An empty bottle?
Yes.
May I ask why?
I'm wondering, do you have any dragon blood in your what's the word for the thing underground with balls?
Cellar?
Yes, in your cellar.
We have a few different varieties, but if you're... I would not impose upon you to give me something such as that, but if you would like to, you'd be more than welcome. We can harvest a little bit. Marceline?
Yes, sapphire dragon blood.
Pure sapphire?
Yes. As long as you don't mind me transforming here.
Let me roll for her real quick. Ooh. Are you Tyrangol?
Yes. How do you know?
There's only so many beautiful sapphire dragons that transform into a whimsical witch. But I thought that you were slumbering for the past few hundred years. You're awake now?
Yeah, I woke like a couple weeks ago.
That is so wonderful. I hope that it's under decent circumstances.
Of course.
Okay. Well,
I had my 200-year nap. It's fine.
oh, I remember my last 200-year nap. I was chained and kept inside of a coffin where I was dumped deep within a mining hole made by dwarves and covered in solid clay.
That seems to be a nice way to nap.
I wouldn't say so. It was the last time I had a grand slaughter, I will say. And I did lose control over myself in that moment, and I am regrettable because it is not the fault. You don't punish the son for the sins of the father. At least that's what I believe.
Yes, of course.
But yes, if you would like to donate, you're more than welcome to. Marceline would. I would have to change the facility a little bit.
Well, instead, mind if I transform here? I don't want to scare anyone.
Oh no, not this chamber. This. Not all of the plants are docile.
I thought we were in the dining room.
No, you're in the greenhouse,
Oh, okay.
just eating
I'll-
scones and having tea.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But
Okay, so the
She
place
will
is not-
be able to adjust to make things accommodating for you.
like a bit in another chamber, I guess.
Yes, she will adjust it. We have a system for obtaining blood from individuals. We do not leave large gaping wounds of any kind. We have necessary medical gear and equipment that allows us to drain the blood into a cylinder that will keep it housed and fresh before we're able to compact it and transform it into a bottle.
And if you have food, I'll need a bit more than the normal individual.
How much?
About 60 pounds. Or I can use Mulcain mention to eat as well, if
We will accommodate you.
you.
Marceline, yes, you need to make us, by the sounds of it, an additional 20 meals. Are you okay? Should we get additional staff or anyone to come assist you? I can handle that, no problem at all. Are you sure? It's a little late notice. I don't mind asking someone else. I'm sure somebody's available and would be willing to make a little bit of more money. I have it, Cassandra. Thank you. Okay.
Out of curiosity, does she have a green eye as well?
Roll me a perception check.
I have noticed. It's just that
She
not
does
been able
have
to-
a green eye.
can he? Is there anything that he can infer about that?
Roll me a medicine check. You're good at these. Apparently. So, the odds of having 3 people with green eyes,
Yeah.
4, including Cassandra. That's a probable anomaly that you just can't believe in. There's probably something up with that.
In their way here, and like any of the passing people that looked, could he see any? Like thinking back, was there any that had green eyes, or does it seem to be just the ones closest?
With your
to it?
14, there were others with green eyes in the crowd. As there were some that had like black eyes and darker browns and a couple of blue. But you didn't notice any pattern in the crowds.
Okay.
Casimir,
Yes.
I hate to sound a little too forward, but please do not stare at my staff in that manner. I'm not sure if
My
that stems from
apologies.
hunger or curiosity, but if you have a question, just ask.
It was most out of sympathy. I'm apologetic that we're having to add such work to you.
Roll me a deception check.
Yeah.
Oh, she's hard to lie to.
It's fine. He sucks at lying.
Casimir, you don't need to lie to me. I know your motivation for being here. You can just be honest.
But, why not? He will take a scone, and take a bite out of that as well.
And it is palatable food, which is something you haven't experienced in an incredibly long time.
I was curious about the eyes. I noticed the similarities. They all kind of look like yours.
She chuckles, and the two men who've been standing quietly away from everybody over towards the entrance also chuckle. People in my proximity over long periods of time, they usually have their eye adjusted to my color. It's a byproduct of my lineage, my bloodline. Anybody who I have shared blood with previously, not even if they're vampire or vampire, just in my proximity and I have shared blood with, they end up adapting. And Liara, you're more than welcome to harvest a few seeds if you would like. I will say, though, I ask that you don't use these plants for evil or to hurt people.
I don't hurt people.
Oh, I wasn't assuming you do. It's a statement I have to give because how dangerous they are. I'm sure you understand.
Do you guys have a prison here?
No.
She looks disappointed. Really?
Would you like a prison?
I'd like to go to one right now. Nothing, I
That was
need a new
weird.
body.
Oh. You're doing the little swippy swappy thing again, right?
Yeah, I don't know how I did all that gardening with Zaffron with one arm. This sucks.
If there are plenty of people here, but they're all my guests or friends.
No, I meant in the city.
Yes, the people of the city are my friends as well. Many of them, at least. Some of them don't view it that way.
So, this is a weird situation for Liara because, like, she understands that this person has an innate charm ability, right?
What you have been told, yeah, all that you think is that she has an innate charm ability, a magical charm effect. That's what you understand. Everyone else, you know better.
Screw it. So, you know what? She'll be the direct one here. So when does this thing kick in? Your charm ability? Because is that why you're delaying this? She says as she's still grabbing seeds. Look, personally, I'm on the side of no more violence. I don't want anyone to get hurt. But if there's gonna be a fight, like, what's the deal?
You weren't there for the answer of the question, I suppose. Was she?
She was not.
She was not awake at that point, as you see.
I will allow your companions to explain their comprehension of it. Or would you like to hear it from the horse's mouth?
By all means, I am curious to the explanation that we might hear.
Okay.
We heard it from one source, but it's always good to hear it from
Wait, who
the
told
source
you?
itself. The
Who
narrator answered a question of ours.
She yawns. To the narrator. Yeah, I wouldn't believe anything the narrator says.
Liara, if I may. He is admittedly frustrating at times, but he believes he is pursuing a way of entertaining everybody here beyond a means that others can. He's been through a great number of ordeals in his life, and the narrator does not... He has a lot of self-imposed beliefs upon himself that makes him sad to be him. Do you understand?
Don't worry, I'll change that.
No.
In fact, I'm gonna go see him tomorrow and make him feel
I
much
would
better.
encourage you not to. See, he has a temper when it comes to certain things, and it stems from his self-loathing, his self-pityness, his depression that he suffers from.
Well, I don't think he'll recognize me. And moreover, I'm gonna give him a new job. One that I think he'll love.
But back to my capabilities. Did I get it? There's a gnat. You know when there's just one fucking gnat? Anyways.
There's never just one.
Each member of the original bloodlines, like Casimir, myself, we all have a supernatural ability. Something that is paralleled by greater gods for its capacity, but it's only singular dimensional. For myself, if I feast upon an individual and drain at least a little bit of blood from them, I am able to oppress my will over top of them, absolutely. But I have not bitten anybody in that manner in over 400 years.
No, you just willingly make them drain their blood like our
No,
dragon, the other worm.
I'm not making anybody do anything, Liara. If my drinking of blood makes you uncomfortable, I will not do that in your presence.
No, that's not what bothers me. It's the control aspect.
I don't possess that. I don't need that over anybody. And I don't have it over anybody either.
Liara's been out of it, but so she wouldn't know this, but she'll look at the others. Has anyone seen anything weird here when we were coming? Since I
No,
woke up late.
Yeah, surprisingly, no, nothing really weird has happened yet. I mean, other than we're in a den full of bloodsuckers, but you know, no offense.
I understand. It is difficult for man of a holy disposition to be around us. And
Look.
I will say, none of us are blood suckers. In quite a long time. I have a very strict rule for everyone who wishes to stand by my side. We do not drink from the living. We only feast upon what is donated.
And I appreciate it.
Of course.
Ugh.
I don't know. That's all she's gonna say. She's gonna go back to the plants.
I know trust is a difficult thing to give, and it is something that must be earned to be asked for, but I house no lies in what I'm saying. I do not have animosity towards any of you, and I do not wish to harm any of you. There's no reason to. It achieves nothing for me. I understand the wanting for more power, Casimir, and I respect that, but I have enough power. I'm content.
Well, I guess this one comes down to you, Kaz. I'm gonna say. Yeah.
I understand that. And for now, I am entertaining. I think it would be rude to not. We're being offered hospitality, and I don't see a reason to reject that. Our wants may be different, yes, but we can still do it with respect.
Of course.
And we can at very least learn of each other.
Of course. I mean, I do not wish to kill you before I can write down your stories and share it with everyone, so they know about your amazing exploits and the triumphs that you have overcome. I need an insight check from you, Kaz, and anybody else proficient in insight.
That's weird. So would Liara be able to do one or no?
Are you
'Cause, like,
proficient in insight?
She was at one point. In fact, she always had advantage in it. So it's like weird, like it's like a
Then
muscle memory thing.
I'm saying you're allowed to roll because if you are proficient at your level, you have a fighting chance of gleaming information.
Okay.
But you are not proficient, therefore
No,
you don't
not
have a
anymore,
fighting
no.
chance. Like, yeah, your max is a 25. That's not gonna tell you anything.
I'll use game advantage for this.
Cool. Oh,
So that was what?
23.
Yeah. Damn it, went away.
I got a 32 if that helps.
Vendir, you're the only person who can glean through her innate charisma. I'm not saying through her deception or anything like that, because you don't sense that in what she is saying. What you sense, though, she houses no animosity towards any of you. She also houses no sense of urgency around you all either, or sense of fear. However, despite her being, by your definition, 100% peaceful in this entire thing, the two men at the back of the room and even the lady, Marceline, those three are incredibly cautious around each of you, and you can sense a level of bloodlust isn't the right way to phrase it. It's a level of readiness to defend her. There's a loyalty that you once shared towards your god that they seem to have towards her.
Okay. Casimir, she's not even scared of you.
Oh, heavens, I wouldn't put it like that. I mean, I know you're incredibly formidable and terrifying.
I expect as much. After all, we're in the center of her home. If anything, this is the place that you would feel most safe.
I do enjoy this room very much. I've worked hard on it. I think I've done... Liara, have I done a good job at growing any of these plants?
Yeah, you have.
Thank you. It's been a struggle learning how to botany, but I think I have a hand for it. Or a thumb, as some people say.
Looks down at her missing arm when she says has a hand for it.
Now Liara knows how it feels.
I really... Guys, is it okay if we go to town? I kind of have some stuff I gotta go buy. Or maybe I'll just go into town. Anyone want to
You
come
gonna
with
buy
me?
an arm?
Do not go anywhere by yourself in the city. It is not safe right now for them being angry towards you all and Casimir.
Why are they angry towards us?
Because we are unwanted guests.
For
Those that would
them.
be here to disrupt everything.
No, please, that is a horrible... No. They're very protective of me. You are a welcomed guest. I have said so numerous times, and to everyone. They don't want anything bad to happen to me, and they would attempt to fight you, and you would absolutely slaughter them. And I don't want blood to be shed by my people.
I'm aware. My words were not to cause injury to you, more to explain. But we are the people here that would disrupt this place, and so are unseemly to the rest. But perhaps whatever it is you might need, perhaps we could have it delivered.
If you
Is
would
that
like
a
to go to town,
possibility?
Eduardo can go with you. I assure in his presence you could not be safer. And not that you really need protection from the large majority of people here, so long as you don't interact with the narrator. Seriously, I wouldn't. It's... I had to beg him not to kill you.
As the
If he-
narrator has mentioned.
If he was to try, it's unfortunate, but I would need to kill him.
An eye for
I'm
an eye
only
leads the
saying-
whole world blind.
I agree, but unfortunately, I am more so saying this to make you aware.
I know.
So, but I am willing to try to prevent that from happening
Yes.
to the best of my ability.
No.
Side-eyeing Liara.
I'm not going out of my way to find him. I just need to buy a shield.
Oh. If you don't want one that we already have, you're more than welcome to go out there. But I will insist that Eduardo at least stays within line of sight of you, just to make sure that everyone else would be discouraged. Your capacities are not known to all of them, but Eduardo's are, and they will not attempt to go against him.
Okay, I guess I'll go with the bodyguard.
Eduardo, darling, are you sure you'll be safe here? I appreciate your gesture, but I feel like we're becoming friends. And even if we aren't, Casimir deems that it is necessary for us to fight. I believe he would at least want to be able to rest before then. Correct?
Oh no, I would be quite fine. My other companions perhaps. But if the other is going Vindir, could one of you go?
Yes,
So
I'll go.
company.
I was gonna actually ask to come with. Me and haven't gone on an adventure by ourselves in a long time since we saw Carbon, remember? And as she says that, why was there a child with us?
I don't know. Why don't these guys?
Is very comfortable.
He still is completely against what the group decided, but he's not going to. He's not going to break the deal.
Intentionally.
Yes, exactly.
Well, then it is settled. Eduardo, give them as much privacy as you can, but make sure you are within eyesight of anyone else who might try to go against our wishes towards them. Please, they are lovely guests of mine, and if anybody tries to attack you, please let Eduardo take them out. He will do so without killing them.
This is where while we're walking, we can work on like our two like nicknames. Like I could be Cat and you could be Mouse. Cat and Mouse out on an adventure.
I am not a cat.
Sure you're not. Okay.
Great.
She walks out with her.
Yes, Kaz.
Please ensure that no matter what, she returns alive.
Bam.
Do you require
Foreshadowing.
a baby Bjorn for her?
Okay. You didn't say One Piece though.
Darius just mutters under his voice.
'Cause I might have to rip off her mouth if she does not. If she does what she did earlier.
Unharmed.
Or or evacuate everyone from her vicinity within 40 feet.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna start Sion. Run into the narrator. I wonder if it's like Ares. Like every time you say his name, Ares, he sees you. I heard of
Nope.
this. Well, I heard of this. This is how Liara died. I heard of this trick you can do. You look in a mirror and say someone's name 3 times, and they'll appear.
Oh heavens.
Oh God.
You are as whimsical as all of the stories regaled me.
It's
There's
not a good
stories.
thing. Trust us.
I find her highly entertaining. And
She's
sweet.
entertaining. Yes. But not in a good way when you have to deal with the aftermath.
When you're as old as me, you learn a level of patience that children require.
You've also learned when it's time to get out of a situation.
That is true. Good luck. So,
This is gonna be fun. Cat and mouse on the adventure.
In the Duodo.
Oh yeah.
So, as the three of you leave, okay, let's move the two of you outside of this little over there. We're gonna go ahead and go on break because I didn't realize what time it was. We'll be right back.
You get to top of the hour. I'm half tempted to put a leash on Yara.
I think she desperately needs it.
Get her one of those backpacks for kids with the long tail.
The
on
baby
one.
Bjorns, yes. The toddler leash.
Yeah.
If I find a toddler leash, I will put it on Liara here.
One of them offered.
She's like looking at you, swear it looks cool.
Yes. Whatever will get you to wear it.
Yes, that Toto. He's the best. Anyways, we're back, everybody. So, everyone, as Liara and leave, the most productive duo you can possibly imagine. The two of them walk out of the building, being escorted, of course, by Eduardo, who's there mostly for the protection of the civilians, not you guys. You see, Cassandra gives a little bit of a sigh of relief. I suppose your willingness to separate your forces means I'm starting to get a little bit of trust, Casimir.
You offered us your hospitality, and I'm accepting of that. It is a very grateful thing that you have done. And some of my people are a little bit more difficult to handle, so to speak.
I completely understand. Trust me, I've been a leader for a long time. It comes with the territory.
I think discussions will be more fruitful this way, but I didn't. Leaving her out entirely did not sit right with me.
It's your companions, your friends, my guests. They're more than welcome.
But I appreciate that. But we should sit, we should drink, eat. You've offered us so much that we should absolutely enjoy it. I don't think this should sour the evening. Plus, as you said, we have much to discuss.
Good. And she'll uncork a bottle, thunk, and begin filling it up. This fragrance, Casimir, is smiting to the nostrils. Very potent. And when you swirl it around, clearly 100% blood, not diluted with any alcohol of any varieties in it. You smell the purity of this. It is, by your best guess, probably at least 50% celestial, which is a very large percentage. And you take a tiny sip, kind of like drinking a whiskey, where if you drink the whole thing, you're gonna fucking burn yourself. But a little sip of it has a nice aroma to it. You can taste the Elysian fields, the filigree, the divine radiant essence. And she sips in a kindred spirit. How do you enjoy it?
It's delightful. Do you know, I don't think I have had one of this vintage. It's so rare that you actually find ones of this type.
Well, it was a daunting experience. Their name was Leon. He had fallen victim to a brutish father from your home world, actually. 50% firstborn child. And decided to come all the way here in the hopes of finding a different path for themselves. Learning of my existence, he zealotly came and attempted to take me out, and luckily Darius was around to protect me. She gestures, and you right now are the only person in the room who kind of like lost track of his aura back there. The other two, not a chance in hell that he would have to actively try to hide to get away from them if he could. But to you, you kind of like lost track of him for a moment, Kaz. And despite his persistence on ending my life, we decided to spare his, granting him the opportunity to learn instead of attack. Apparently that was not a strong suit of his lineage. His father sought destruction, much like the lineage of Cain seeks. But one is not a slave to their blood, not in my eyes. You can be whatever you wish to be.
I share much of that thought as well. Much of what I intend to do is to gain my own independence from the constructs of our vampirism. Not without losing it, but more so not being beholden to some others of our kind.
You know, you're not the first of the lords to think like you, but you are the first one in a long time I thought capable. I heard that Dracula was on your world. For a tournament?
He was. And he slaughtered one of the other vampire lords that was there.
I did not get confirmation of that. Whom was it?
Gavin.
Oh,
Marcella's second hand? Are you aware?
I am. I've met the man before.
He was but a husk. I didn't get to witness the fight personally. I was watching another one at the time, opposite ends of the arena, but I found him later, withered away to nothing.
I promise you the will and power of Dracula is not one that is easily thwarted. Admittedly, one of the reasons I do not attempt to go to Sepulcrux is him.
As far as I could feel, I thought he was going further away. But you're saying that his presence can still be felt there.
His presence is always there. His avatar still persists there. He is not supposed to be fully awakened, but yet he is. I believe something enticed him, something of a powerful origin woke him up. The problem is, when I near to him, my capabilities are they're an absolute even to him. If I were to bite him, if I were capable of biting him, I would control him. And I don't know what I would do with that. But I know that his knowledge of this makes his presence more powerful, as he wants that challenge. And I don't think I would be capable of handling him. There was only one time I tried, when I had first consumed his child, the first of this lineage. I assume you know of my story?
I do not know of your beginnings. You took from the child themselves.
I am the second to ever house this bloodline. That's why its potency is so powerful. And it's only its innate nature that has kept me alive for as long as I have been. I'm sure you understand. I'm physically not as capable as many. And admittedly, maybe 100 years ago or so, I would have been able to rival at least Liara in physical prowess. But now, compared to you, Vindia. Let alone a dragon. I feel like it would be
Physically,
laughable.
perhaps. Physically, perhaps. But I'm sure you make up for it in other ways. As you said, I just spoke about that bite. It is. Indeed.
But I don't like to do
Game
it.
changing.
That's the problem. I don't like it. The absolution of it? The utter oppressive nature? It's not. I suppose this is my vampiric side. Sporting.
That I can understand. You have a rather terrifying reputation on the outside, you must know.
Do I?
Quite. I was told about how your sheer domination of people, your forcefulness to make them become loyal. It's a difference to see it in person, to experience this.
Have you ever heard the saying that you catch more bees with honey than vinegar?
I have. You know, I can definitely see that.
It is one thing to create servants. That's easy. But to create subjects, friends, bonds, loyalty, that's something that can't be taken away from you. After a couple of thousand years, I came to that realization. My power was a hindrance to what it is I want. So I swore that I would only use my grand power if one of my subjects' lives were in danger. Even if you were to fight me, Casimir, I would not bite you. Not unless you threatened one of my own.
I understand that in some way. Your protectiveness over them. I suppose I share a kinship of that. Albeit mine is probably a little bit more aggressive.
I understand. It's the nature of the young to be loud, in charge, powerful. Is the nature of the old to relax, wait, express patience. Neither is correct, they're just different. But I am curious. What lineage do you believe I am?
Lorana. According to my research. Or is that not correct?
Partially. As you have consumed different lineages in my younger years, as have I. Lorana was the first.
And how many have there been so far? I wonder, have you had a taste of them all? The bloodlines?
I have. A taste, not taking. When Marcella was young, I wanted to try hers. The scarlet blood. And I did taste it from her, but despite the fact that she was only 30 years reborn, I sensed a level of malice inside of her. Admittedly, it terrified me. It's embarrassing to say that. An elder vampire, the eldest of their entire lineage, being afraid of a suckling.
With age, you're able to see potential. To learn what they might become. In time.
I wonder if I made the correct decision to not kill them. Now, I'm glad I didn't. I don't wish to kill if I don't need to. But back then, I was afraid of what she would achieve. Tell me, is she that frightening?
Marcel is a force to be reckoned with. However, there is a reason that those of the other members of our council look up to her. I don't know. There's something there. She keeps a lot of herself hidden. Only seeks to display it at certain times. But she is certainly weakened right now with the loss of Gavin.
Gavin was a force of brutish strength and power, and unquestionable and unwavering loyalty.
And she is without him now. And there is definitely... there's blood in the water.
And
I
you're just
suppose it-
another one of the sharks.
Potentially.
Tell me,
But
Casimir,
that's...
I have one question. If you were to kill Marcella, absorb her bloodline, what would that achieve for you?
Death of Marcella has been something that's been on my mind as of recently, due to circumstances. But I'm not sure it's entirely something that I want. I don't really seek to eradicate all of our bloodlines to only have someone worse come in and replace them. But to achieve my goals, it is needed that I continue to surpass what I am currently. And right now, Marcella is a hurdle that I cannot yet surpass. With allies, yes, but individually, no. And I owe Marcella still. I give her the respect that when I was but a vampire and sought to encounter the then head of Cain, she gave me her blood. In secret, of course, but a gift to assist. So while we may have our differences, her death is not necessarily something that I actually seek.
She is a cunning fox. Remarkable. I knew I was right to fear her. Instincts are important to trust.
And what is your instincts telling you now? About me? Here? You understand why I came.
Yes. I don't know. I understand what your purpose in coming is, but not what your goal is. What is your goal?
I spoke of it, the independence. Though as I have learned, there's two ways to achieve that. Give up what I am, expel the vampirism, become reborn as who I was, and become weakened in doing so. Or envelop it entirely and eat my way up the food chain so that there is no one else above me. So Dracula. He is my eventual. Well, he is the only way that I will actually be free.
So your goal is to become hunger itself.
To an extent. It's with everything that I have researched, every answer that I have gotten, it is what is pointing me in that direction. That I either give up everything that I am or I overcome it. When met with that answers, what can I really choose?
Casimir, I don't want to kill you. And my subjects will not allow me to die. When they inevitably intervene, I will have to protect them. I'm sure you understand.
I do. I'm currently debating if this is a path that I still wish to go down. If there is some other way that we can ease this. But you're stuck here. And so your people. I can't make you get past the trials so that you can be an ally to me on the outside. So otherwise this is wasted effort.
An
Or I
ally,
make the leap.
an ally on the outside? Why? This is the realm he is attuned to. Sepulcrux is where he slumbers, where he rests, where he craves to be. He only seeks what is obtainable through battle. Do you know how he went to sleep last time?
At present, it's not coming to mind, so enlighten me.
It was his children. They all banded together and attempted to take him out. He nearly killed every single one of them, and then realized if they were not given time to become more powerful, nothing would rival him. Nothing that is achievable, that is. So he chose to go to sleep. He knew that one day the lineages would meet up, would refocus, join. Perhaps it was the emergence of a fifth great power that awokened him. The sense of his own bloodline evolving. If we wish for him to appear, you need only one of each of the original bloodlines within your premises, or you need to be all of the bloodlines. However, Casimir, she'll turn her gaze up towards you. I need you to give me a charisma saving throw. You are forced to look away from her gaze. And then you feel her immediately turn it off. You can't.
Never happy about turning the gaze away. Because it always reminds him of what he's trying to do. Can't is a strong word.
You are correct. Currently, you cannot. But you have
are
a...
powerful.
Go on.
Go on.
No, you.
You are powerful, that is for sure. And in single combat, I quite believe that you would have outlasted me in some measure. Even without the use of your bite, I am sure that you have a number of tricks up your sleeves. You do not feel threatened. And that is not just because of the people here, but your own strength. And I do recognize that. But that doesn't mean it will be the same, all things considered.
Vindia.
Yes.
You are a wise man. Every story I've read about you tells me that. You are a kind man. You are strong. And you are not beyond absolution. Do you believe Casimir possesses what it takes to house the power of hunger, knowing what you know about it, and not be consumed by it absolutely? I have but met him and I cannot make this judgment.
I think him being consumed by it is solely going to depend on him. We're not going to be able to tell, regardless if he can or can't do it.
But do you believe he has the capacity?
I believe whatever Casimir wants, he can get.
There is one portion of me, Casimir, that is very important that you have not mentioned yet. And that is my other lineage. Its name is Abel. And Abel has an enchanting presence as well. Not the same as my first lineage. This one is different. It writes a rule within the mind of the wielder. If I were to feast upon you, I would be able to control you with absolution. And if you were to bite me and feast upon me, I would be able to dictate one rule that you will live by the rest of your life. I wish to give you a rule, if you would permit me. in trade for our battle.
That is a steep price that you ask of me in particular. But this lineage, it is not one I have heard of at all.
Abel was killed by Dracula, one of his children. The body was preserved by a priestly individual who was able to banish away nightmares from people from giving them the drink of his body. I found the priest, slaughtered them, and drank from Abel fully, gaining it all. The reason it is not spoken about is because all that have tried to oppose me. In the past, I have stopped. But I do not wish to control you or anyone. I wish to give you a gift.
How would you setting a rule upon me be seen as a gift for me?
Because I will set a rule that you will never break your eyes from anybody stronger than you. Without that compulsion, you may be capable of rivaling me. You'll for sure be capable of handling Marcella as you see fit. And the rest of the lords? I hate to say it like this, but irrelevant in comparison. But this gift obviously has to be one of trust. I have showed you my trump card. And I'm more than willing to do this for you. But you would have to trust that my rule would not be something worse for you. I wish to do this because I do not believe you are just the monster that these stories tell me you are. You are someone who seeks freedom. And I want you to have it. You may discuss this with your allies if you wish. By no means is this offer limited or not. Fair?
It is an interesting proposition. And while I can certainly see some of the benefits of it, there's an element to it that feels of false bravado.
There's nothing false about it. Just as hunger is not a false thing that you feel when he is in your presence.
I do not mean what you have offered. What I mean is from myself, so to speak. If I was to have a rule dictating that I couldn't, would never look away. It feels like it cheapens it. It's not sporting, as you would say. I am using something fake to make me on their level, rather than being on their level. You have to understand that.
I can see your perspective on it. I understand that. However, I would not offer this to you if I saw a different way for both of us to live. And for your friends. And the power that you have, if given enough time, would rival me. You are an evolved state of vampire. So much more than many of us. The difference between us is age. If you were to consume Marcella, I would still look down upon you. If I willed that. If you consumed the others, possibly the same. I want to give you the gift of not having to look away. Then you know if it is your power that is greater than theirs, or their age that is greater than your power. This gaze is just age, the maturity of us.
It is something I have long been searching for a solution to. And that is one that continues to elude me.
The only
Can he just try to gauge how this is probably folly, but how trustworthy is her words right now? And is there any underlying intentions in them?
Roll me an insight check.
Vindir, help me with this, 'cause I'm not going to pass this.
Yes, I'll
Well, you have a
assist
chance with your die.
And I'll even... Well, you already can do that to yourself, so...
So you're being helped and guided. And guided.
No, Vindir can roll his own. I'll do
Okay.
mine.
Okay. You know what, for shits and giggles, I'm gonna guidance myself and use written recap advantage. 37.
The
I thought you
contrast.
said they're helping that.
It's the contrast. Casimir, you'd have no idea if you can trust her or not.
Yeah.
Jeff, or Vindir, I'm gonna message you in Discord.
Joey, did you read the the conversation or in the art?
God, no, I'll get to that now. And she will stand up. My room is the last door at the end of the hall. I'm going to go there and read a book. You may discuss your plans of attack or plans of cooperation or anything else you would like. She'll walk over to you, Vindir, pick up your hand. Truly an honor to meet you.
Thank you.
She'll walk over to you, Elowin, take your hand and kiss the back of it. Pleasure to meet one of an ancient origin. You're muted in case you said anything.
Pleased to meet you as well.
She'll go to you, Casimir. Offer you a handshake.
Don't take the handshake. Enjoy your evening. I will think on what you have offered.
You enjoy yours as well. And if you would like to keep the bottle, I would recommend don't drink more than a glass a day. Aged Asimar blood can make us quite tipsy.
Perhaps that is what I need. It
Enjoy.
has been some time,
She'll
but thank you.
pat you on the shoulder as she walks out of the room. You look past her as you can see Marceline has been standing there with a kitchen knife, just staring cautiously, scared at Casimir, and Darius has just been hungrily staring at Casimir. But they all three walk away, leaving the two of you here alone. And then we're going to flash over to Liara and as I start to read to catch up, and you guys can work a little bit.
Yes.
Okay, this is gonna be really funny.
Oh God.
Did
I
we-
have bad. I don't have good perception, so you probably will pull off this prank without me knowing. But that's why I want that damn leash. It'll make it easier.
Yeah, Joe, we're in the store right now. Do they have a child leash?
Roll me a percentile die. I'll say 70%. So
Okay. No
1
more
to
afterwards.
70. They have a
Roll it
child
over.
leash.
42, the meaning of everything.
They have. Oh no, the rival of 22. No. They do have a child leash. Yes. It is a
I buy
full
it.
harness.
I buy it.
Do they take Electrum? Do you guys have Electrum?
We would take Electrum, yes. We do
Why-
not have it.
Eduardo, do you have any Electrum?
I paid him in gold.
No. no, it's the
Ignored
universal
Liara.
currency.
I do possess Electrum pieces. They are vintage, very old ones from dead dynasties. They are collector pieces.
Can I have them?
They are collector
It's my birthday.
pieces.
There's got to be a birthday party. Don't you
Roll
see the
me a
balloons?
deception check.
What? She believes that there's going to be a birthday
How?
party.
How do you?
Because Vindir and Kaz told her that. That's why she won't go to Zodiac.
All right, persuasion then with advantage.
Surprise party.
Yeah, we did say that.
Yeah, good point. Okay, yeah.
I've been saying no.
I said advantage, Liara.
16.
But they are my collector. There may be one. One.
Thank you.
If only,
Why are you so mad? It's...
because I only have the 6. And if you lose
Oh,
one
it's
of them,
nice.
they're a set.
Oh.
But I'll
Well,
find
maybe-
another one. It's just a dead empire that no longer exists.
It's always nice to meet other people that collect Electrum. So did Ur already buy the child leash?
Yes, and I feel like he's just like latching it onto you.
Yeah.
Or survival check to,
distracted.
figure out how to put on a. I don't know if you've ever tried using like a baby harness of
God
any kind.
damn it!
They are so
God!
complicated.
Damn it! Look where
Why
I
is
am.
it so? Liara, your arm's like stuck over your head.
I don't think it's the right size.
It's all right.
It's
You're
one
hating
size
her
fits
right now?
all.
It obviously doesn't. Okay,
You need
look,
to
I
lose
gotta go
weight,
to the
Liara.
shield store, and there's gonna be a mortuary or something nearby.
It is an
Why would-
armory.
What about the mortuary? Is there a mortuary?
There is. The dead are cremated.
Please don't tell her where it is.
Crematory? Can we go?
No.
What?
Please.
No.
Are you a necromancer of some variety?
No, she's not. She is
I've never told anyone this. I have a very hard time doing magic that's not transmutation.
That's true. Think about all the spells she uses. Yeah.
Yeah, guys. I don't know if anyone ever figured that one out.
Think back.
So you don't want to do anything perverse or desecrating to the bodies, then.
No, I just want to go.
Do not tell her. It will save you and me a lot of headache.
Come
If
on,
she
dude,
does
what's
not
the shopping
know.
spree?
Intimidation roll from Persuasion. Unless you do
Come
plan on
on.
desecrating a body.
She is not desecrating a body. A 14, we did it. We beat an 8.
It is a simple mortuary. There are dead people. If you're not raising a family, there's no problem. Sure.
Yes. Ah, this is perfect. We're gonna go. It's like
We're not going. I'll come back here. I need to put this thing back on.
I'm gonna walk outside with. I know Eduardo's keeping distance, right?
Well, I mean, if you're actively talking to him, no, but he will keep a distance if you ask him.
Okay. I just need to talk to for one moment. Can we just step outside? You can stay in the store.
Well, I will be outside. I'll go down the block.
Wait, no. Just stay in the store.
I need to be within eyesight of the enemies.
Yeah, no, you can look at us.
Eduardo, you
They
can go.
need to see me.
He
As
knows
we-
what's happening. He's
As
like,
we
"Get him
walk
outta here."
out, I'm gonna close the door and cast immovable objects. Door.
Okay.
What?
At 6th level.
Perception to see if I notice her doing this, or is she even trying to hide it?
She's trying to hide it. Do I have to do sleight of hand?
Sleight of
to try to
hand.
hide
Yeah. Perception. Ooh.
it? I'm gonna use game advantage on the sleight of hand. Let me talk. There's not just toggle advantage. Sleight of hand. Submit. 22, baby.
Oh,
22.
no, come on!
You're so busy trying to fix the harness, you don't notice that she grabs the door handle and casts the spell on it.
Ugh.
Alright.
Dude,
But you
I-
can roll another survival checker.
I'm using my game advantage. 24.
Yeah, it goes on.
Okay, yeah, now she's fully Bjorned up. And the fun thing about them is it is a DC 20 to escape them, Liar.
She's not trying to escape it. Okay, we got this thing on. Let's go.
Wait,
So
why is
the
the-
mortuary was
Why
that
is
way.
the door not opening? Wait.
What?
Just keep walking. Come on, Erwin.
Alright, he has a plus
I'm-
15. The door
go
shatters to pieces as he rips it off the hinge. And the vampire walks out towards you.
Is the shop owner like pissed?
What is going on? It is okay. He'll just toss like 2 coins at the guy and walks after you. He'll pick.
told you-
He'll notice the doorknob sitting there in the middle of the air.
They are.
Still
what
stuck in
did
the
you
door a
do?
little bit.
You did. Yeah, it's a hovering doorknob. The door shattered around it.
Wow. What happened?
Little girl, I am here to protect you
I'll say.
and protect the people from you.
What? I wouldn't hurt anyone.
Not intentionally, but you
Yeah,
are
cat and mouse would never hurt
incredibly
me.
powerful. And you're a mouse? He looks at
Yeah,
you,
that's
Er.
a cat.
I'm not a cat.
So you're a mouse.
I am not a cat. That's all.
So you are a mouse, you are a cat. Understood.
You can call me anything but a cat,
Cat and mouse.
or anything cat related.
What isn't your
Yara.
name Ugrwald?
Yes, I'm
I-
a bugbear.
Will admit, with my accent, Ugrwald is a very difficult thing. Can I just call you
That's what I usually have people do.
Very good. I do not want to be too familiar with you if you do not feel it is warranted.
Maybe we
So
should hit
good.
the mortuary first.
Yeah, let us go to mortuary. Please do not lock any more doors.
I didn't lock
Hovering
it.
Deception check.
She didn't lock it.
You're being deceitful. Come on, you know this shit.
A 5. A nat 1.
Well, he could fail.
Please do not fail.
He does
Thank
not
you.
fail.
Oh.
No. He could fail that, though. Improbable, but possible.
I used the spell.
Clearly.
It was funny.
Now, what is that shopkeep supposed to do? He cannot fit storage containers through the front door, and he does not possess a back door. That means all goods are going to have to sit in the street And we're going to have to spend hours of manpower to watch over that shop now to make sure that when he brings things in, leaving the containers outside, that people do not walk by and steal it.
You could make a stand outside.
Oh
Why
my
make a stand? You have shop.
Yeah.
Shop is secure. Shop
That's
is
storage.
safe.
Sounds
Well-
like it's a storage area now.
Not anymore. You can't fucking fit anything through. You realize how you fucked with the man's business doing this, yes?
I don't know. I didn't break down his door.
I paid for door. Did you pay for lock?
Liara?
And the lock's still there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just sitting there.
You say you did not break the door, but you kept it from opening, which is just as bad.
I broke door.
Yes.
It broke door.
I'm fine with that, Liara.
Dumbest group of people.
Yeah, good point. We have to change the music. I'm sorry. All right, yeah, less tension.
Any hell?
No,
Theme?
this one. Do.
Mhm.
The group's talking
My
about
character
sleep.
is not that smart. He's only 12 intelligence and 9 wisdom.
You're the second smartest person here by a long shot. In both directions. Like
Friggin' the other group's talking about life or death situations. Then there's Liara.
So you said you need this shield. What type of shield do you like? Do you like round shield, a buckler shield, a one shoulder buckler shield,
I heard
an
there's
attachment
a
round
hidden-
shield,
Tower shield.
a kite shield, a tower shield? Do you want the tower shield?
I heard there's a warrior shield here that's not really talked about. That is legendary. She's just making this up as she goes in nature, and I want that shield.
You are incorrect. It is
No,
very
no.
talked about. It is my shield.
You gave me a so my birthday's coming up.
He'll pat you with his whole hand going way over your head and like touching the sides of your like temples gently. No.
Yes,
How
he's
much?
picking up my favorite phrase to Liara.
How much for the shield?
The
No.
shield is not for sale. It is how I protect Cassandra.
What?
My shield, it protects her.
You can get another.
No.
Why can't you get the other one then?
Does it look cool? What does it look like?
Roll me persuasion on this one. Let's see if he busts it out or not.
I mean, he's bragging about it. I'm sure he'll want to.
Oh, he wants to, but he's not supposed to show it in public, you know. 14.
Come on, let's see it.
There's no reason to boast in public. It is showy offy and it is distasteful.
Fine, let's show it the mortuary.
What?
Not going to the mortuary.
Yeah, we are. It's right there. He walks in.
Well, no,
No.
that is not the mortuary. That is a
I have you on the
schoolhouse.
leash, remember, Liara?
You open the door, being leash pulled back, and you look inside. It's just a bunch of school kids. How kids got all the way up here, you don't know.
Hey, Liara, it's your people.
Do I see name tags?
Yes, but you
I
wait.
see a
Do you
Negro
what
different?
fiendish languages do you or undercommon?
She doesn't speak any languages.
Okay, you don't
English,
understand the
God.
script or language of the names.
Do I see? Ah, shoot. Do I see Niera Devu spelled out on any of them?
Roll me a perception check.
The big question is, are they selling thin mints?
No, she knocked on their door.
A 25. This might be it, guys.
Liara. In the corner, there's a small child sitting in a wheelchair, hunched over the table, and they are the only person in this room not looking over at you. But you don't recognize them whatsoever.
Liara gets angry. Really angry. A deep-seated hatred that's been there.
What is the problem?
She's gonna look at her. Something's wrong.
There is, yes.
No,
You came
something-
here when we told you not to. Now, I pull you back.
We're
Now,
sorry
come
for
on.
disturbing you, school children. Please go back to education. This is very important. And he closes the door.
She's gonna give the dirtiest look to Niera Devu as the door closes.
She doesn't even look up from the table.
Liara's pissed.
She's working.
The mission just changed, guys. We're not here for.
We'll explain that to you eventually, Elowen. Oh no, you read the backstory stuff. So you probably know.
What about the question?
Nira Devu? Did you not write that in the write-ups, Wyatt?
I didn't. That would have been Jeff at that point.
Oh yeah, Jeff.
I really couldn't tell you if
Okay.
she's in the write-ups or not.
We'll talk to you about it after the session. Nira Devu's a whole
Okay.
thing. It's funny.
Okay.
It's tragic and funny.
Okay.
Well, across the way, that is blacksmith shop over there. They make very good quality shields. You can get yourself
That's not the
steel.
shield.
Well, you can get the dark steel shield if you would like. Dark
I
steel
did
is
want-
very good. It can only be mined by a dwarf.
What about dwarven steel?
That is fake. Dark steel
No.
is real.
No, it's real.
There's this steel though. I know that this exists. Dwarven steel.
Wait, I have an ability, guys. If we get something really expensive, I can make dwarven steel.
It's dwarven steel, not dwarven steel.
Dwarven steel.
No, that's what you put.
I
Remember, I,
know,
said
I know.
adamant.
I know.
This is gonna happen.
No, none of
Okay.
those exist. There is only
It
dark
exists.
steel, adamantium, and then electrum.
But then
No,
there's the
dwarf-
strongest metal, dwarven steel.
No,
Dwarven steel. Yes.
that is adamantium is the strongest metal.
No.
Tell you what, if I make it and show you dwarven steel, you gotta trade me that for your shield.
No.
You don't want to do it, then I guess you're not gonna have a.
Are you?
dwarven
No
steel.
offense, Edward, but are you turning down like? What if she does produce something that is stronger than adamantite? Isn't that worth more than your shield? Like you could use that as a template and
This
build more of it.
This shield is the perfect shield for me to protect Cassandra.
Not is it made of
Nothing's
dwarven
perfect.
steel?
It is perfect.
It's not perfect if it's not made of dwarven steel.
Dwarfen steel. Speak like you're the worst German accent from any early 2000s movie where they went to Europe.
I can't even.
Dwarfen steel. Ja,
Yes.
ich Dwarfen steel.
Dwarven steel. Ah, that's
There you go. Right?
I don't know if that was a typo when you did it, but I'm so glad you.
No, that was intentional. It's Dwarfen steel.
You don't
In
want to
the
make
other
that.
game, they made jokes about Dwarven steel. It's unbreakable because they couldn't break
I'm just
through a
saying
door.
that-
So I made Dwarfen steel.
If that door was made of dwarven steel, he would have kicked through it. I'm gonna say it right now.
So you do not want to get one of the adamantium shields.
No, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna buy a bunch of them, and then I'm gonna turn them into dwarven steel, and then I'm gonna have the better shield, and you're gonna be really mad that you didn't take this deal.
My shield
I'm
is
gonna vote.
enchanted. It is amazing.
Well,
What?
you did say you're good at transmutation. Maybe you could turn,
Yeah, maybe. Of course I can.
but you're using your own money to buy these shields.
I hope they take Electrum because I have about 60,000 Electrum in here.
Which is the equivalent
Small
of
board.
6,000 gold.
What?
Here.
Electrum's the currency of the universe. That's why I like it.
Oh, that's
It's
fine.
worth just as much as gold.
No, it's not, Liara.
It is not.
Yes, it is.
No.
No.
Are we at the blacksmith yet?
It's literally across the street. Yes, you're there.
These three idiots are just arguing in front of a school. Okay. Goes in. I'm gonna settle this right now. I need your most expensive metal.
Oh, do you? The shopkeep just looks over at you with this very large, like bulbous looking eye. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm making a dwarven steel shield.
Dwarven steel.
You're not a dwarf.
I know, but I need the best shield that's ever been made, and he has, and he won't give it to me, so I'm making a better one.
wouldn't say
No,
it's the
we
best
are. It's
ever
not the
made.
best because it's not made of dwarven steel.
Yeah, it's not the best. That's why it's not
My
made.
shield is better than any shield you all have ever come across.
Is
in
it
your
made of dwarven
pathetic
steel?
life. There is no such thing as dwarf. No, I can't do that with this accent.
God, it's like, dude, I love playing Liara as a kid sometimes. Okay,
We have steel. We also have
No.
blue steel.
what's your most expensive? I literally just need the most expensive because it's quality how this works, and I need to make it
Fine,
a
you
high
want an
quality.
adamantium shield, huh?
How many do you have? I need
One.
all. Okay, and what's your second most expensive quality, and how many do you have? Because I need to buy those two.
We have blue steel.
Is that your second best?
Yes.
Insight.
Go for it.
There is
Mirrored
no-
shield.
Blue steel shield.
Yeah, yeah. Is
What?
it mirrored? So that way you can see your blue steel.
Things Liara is bad at. Oh, I got a 10.
Liara! Holy wait, what's this blue steel? That sounds better than steel.
Okay, you know what? Just give me all your shields.
No.
What? I'm buying them.
Oh, are you now?
Yes, and then
All
I'm gonna
right.
turn it into
The
dwarf shield.
adamantium shield is 3,000 gold.
Okay. I don't like paying with gold, but I guess I have to.
The
She pulls
blue
out-
steel shields are 1,000 gold each.
How many? 3,
4.
4.
And then the steel shields are 20 gold each.
Okay. And do you have any non-magical weapons?
Yes.
I'll buy all of those too. You're in for some trouble. If it matches the value of this dwarfen shield, you're in some trouble, Eduardo. I'm gonna tell you right now.
I've never felt like I was in danger in your presence before.
It's not danger. I'm just gonna win this bet.
There is no bet.
You're gonna wish there was a bet when I make this shield.
I'm going to wish the door had shut on you.
Or is allowing this because
If you actually make dwarven steel, then it's like, yeah, we know the process.
So you're not able to transmute this into Dwarfen steel because you've never seen Dwarfen steel before in your life.
What?
Yeah, you can't make something you've never seen before. As soon as you see Dwarfen steel, you'll be able to
Wait a
transmute.
I
second.
mean, that's not true. I mean, that's how, that's what inventions are for. The airplane.
Wait a second. Do we know anyone that says they've ever seen it? You know who would have seen it?
The head transmuter of the ley lines, I know they can.
Carbon. We do have Carbon. He's a divination wizard. If anyone ever saw him, it might be Carbon. He's one of our best friends. Is he coming to the party?
No. There is no party.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have money to pay for these shields, girl, or not?
Yes, yeah. She's gonna pull out 20,000 gold. Yes. And weapons, all the weapons. I need you to put them in a pile right here. We're gonna do.
Alright,
I'm
he
gonna
puts a
make this-
dagger, a spear, a trident, a spear, a sword, a short sword, another short sword, a long sword, a war hammer, another dagger, 6 more short swords, and then 10 more
Okay.
spears.
Okay, so we're about to make history in your blacksmith. You might want to get some people to watch this.
No.
Can you just give me the money first?
She hands him the money. I don't know. She just puts the bag of the.
Can you
bag
do it
folded
outside,
over-
Liara, in case you
No, we're doing this
burn
in
down the house?
a landmark. We're gonna make this a landmark. In fact, call the kids over from the school. I want them to see.
No. I am not going to endanger the lives of
They're
children.
not in danger. Here, I know one person that if anyone's ever seen it, it has
So
to
you
be.
handed 20,000 gold over? Is that what you're saying?
Puts it down here. And in fact, keep getting more objects. If you know a place to get more objects, keep just
Oh
bring
my
them over here.
Well, I have a broom.
That's fine. Go get the kids at the school. Go get everyone. And keep
No.
buying objects of this.
We are
Please.
not disturbing the school children. They are currently learning, and learning is very important.
There was no learning going on in there.
I saw the one girl in the back. She was very studious.
I don't want to hear it. This is about proving something. In fact, go get everybody. They got to see this.
I'm
You're
not
gonna-
getting anybody. What are you doing?
Okay,
Liara, just do it.
fine. She's gonna do telepathy to Gazerzies.
Okay.
Gazerzies,
Oh, what? Oh,
I missed you.
hello.
Are you coming to the party?
Party?
Yeah, there's a surprise party on Zodiac. I don't know where they're having it.
Oh. And I was not invited.
Irv was supposed to go and fight people. He did not do a good job. He told everyone he was getting sacked for 3 days. Okay, we're way off subject. Have you ever seen?
Oh, you got an inspiration for that one. That was actually funny. He said he was getting sapped for 3 days. Which is true, you were getting sapped for 3 days, sir.
Yes.
That's so
And my character was not smart enough to realize he had to just ask. Is that why? That was actually wisdom. That makes perfect sense.
Well, yes, he had to do that for his tattoos. Anyways, I will attempt to be there, but I may be late by a few years, depending.
It's my 4th birthday. Everyone who matters in my life is going to be there.
And you thought of me.
That's why you need to be there. Also, have you seen Dwarf and Steel? I really need to know what it looks like.
Dorfensteel? You mean?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
There's no way. There's no way.
No?
Do you know of somebody who would have heard of it?
Yes, of course.
Who?
The blacksmith of Casimir's sword. What was their name again? Well, I can't remember.
What is Shopkeep's name? Out of curiosity.
What?
What is Shopkeep's name? I don't think we have.
Let's call him Kepi.
Is
Okay.
Kepi getting people?
No,
Damn it.
he's just grabbing random objects and adding gold pieces to his tally.
Okay. It's gonna be big.
Well, you can
What is
always
it?
legend lore Casimir's sword, and then you'll find out the maker, and I know he worked on Dorfensteel in the past.
I don't know the name of the guy, and Casimir's not with me right now.
I wish I could help you more, Liara. In fact, I will help you more. I will begin scouring my section of the universe, and hopefully find someone who has ever seen or has Dorfensteel.
Oh no, don't worry. I'm gonna find out probably in 2 minutes, anyways.
Well, I'll look just in case you fail. That's fine.
No, you should definitely just start making your way to Zodiac for the party.
Sure.
Please.
I will attempt to be there in time.
Thank you. I can always count on you, good Xerxes.
Yes.
Anyways, I need
Do
to
you
go.
want a parsley plant, or would you prefer, I suppose, a sage plant?
Definitely parsley.
Parsley it is. You sure you don't want the sage? Because my sister was kind of intrigued with the parsley.
No, I definitely want the parsley. I want it more now.
Very well, I guess nobody wants the sage. Then he ends the telepathy on you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna have to hurt myself, but we're gonna make this work. You see, the fucking necklace drains 80 health from her. Round 2. The blacksmith that made Casimir's blade. You know who would know this? Ares, but he hates me, so this is gonna go well. Telepathy, Ares.
He refuses.
Damn it. Do I lose a spell slot still?
Yeah, you attempt to cast it and then it fails.
Shit.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
supposed to use that on allies. You and Ares
Damn
are
it.
not allies.
How
Okay.
about the
You know what?
narrator?
I'm gonna come
Wait,
back.
what were you
man.
saying, Elwin?
I was saying, how about the narrator? I'm sure he has seen Dorfensteel.
Okay. Or you're gonna have to carry this stuff. We can't do it now. I gotta find somebody that's seen it before. But Eduardo, you're gonna be real mad when this works.
No offense, Eduardo, but I hope you do get mad.
So what is... I do not wish to be angry at any of you. I thought we were getting along fine before she locked the door.
Mine's selfish reasons. I am trying to do something I need Dorfensteel. So, if she could transmute it, then I'd be happy.
That sounds like cheating to me.
I never cheat. Deception.
I don't want to walk 5 minutes. Can't I just use my 10th level spell slot?
Dude,
Like...
she's a child. Okay, I guess mortuary.
Well, first off, the shopkeep took 10,200 gold out of your 20,000 gold and gave you a lot of items. You
Okay.
have the entire shop's worth of items, including his cups, his plates, his silverware, bowls, his brush for sweeping, his duster for dusting. Yeah, you just have a litany of useless shit for you.
Perfect.
The
Can you
actual
tell me what
value
it
of
is?
that is about what, a quarter of what it cost her.
No. The one shield was 6,000 gold.
Friggin'. Can you bring this stuff? Can you bring all this stuff to Cassandra's place, or actually bring it to the middle of town square? I'm gonna put it on a rock or something. We're gonna make a
Deliver
landmark.
it to Cassandra's place, please. Yes, sir.
Please. Okay, can we get to the mortuary?
Yes, we can. Wait, why are we going to mortuary again?
Oh, I wanted to look at some of the bodies.
No.
I need a new body,
No.
We have another wizard that has a
Trust
witch spell. It'll be instant.
Me. Do not need another body.
I need
Bad
that-
things happen when you try to recover bodies. I've seen it.
No, that was one time, and a deal's a deal, and he didn't give me the body, which rude.
You were still going after a body.
I have one arm. How am I gonna wield a shield when I have one arm?
You strap it to the other arm.
No, because I got to do magic and stuff. Can you imagine me shooting something out of my hand? And it's
You can learn to cast with stuff in your hand. I know you
have a
can.
sword. Look,
What
I'm a
if we
warrior.
attached it to your nubbin?
No. Look,
Do you at least
get-
want to carry the one expensive shield you just purchased?
No,
the
no, I need-
adamantine shield you just
just
purchased.
just bring it to the center of town. We're gonna make a landmark.
It's going to her house.
Yeah, it is.
Holy shit. God. Have I mentioned I hate kids? So
Yeah. Hey, Erg's doing his best. He's doing what he said. He's not in trouble.
currently,
Okay, I'm gonna try to wrap this one up though. Are we going to the mortuary or no?
yes.
Perfect.
He will bring
Um,
you outside the mortuary. This is a mortuary.
Perfect. Okay, or let's go in, find the one that we like the most, and then we're not taking it. I just need like. Actually, I guess I am taking a little piece of it, but not much.
So, you open up the door, and in the mortuary in this town, there's one body in here, belonging to an 80-year-old human who just passed away last night.
I wonder what he looked like when he was young. Or was it he or she?
She.
She? Okay, Leora was staring a girl, guys. Um, I'm really sorry for doing this. She's gonna just
Are you planning to touch that body?
yes. Are you Garfield?
What? No. My name is Blue Shade.
Yeah, I need. Can you just give me its thumb? I'm sorry.
No, that would be desecrating of the body.
What about a nail?
You told me you're not desecrating body. Are you a
I'm
liar?
not trying to. I just need like a toenail or
But
something.
you're desecrating it. Trying is not a portion of the conversation. It is
Look,
desecration or
it's just
not
a toenail.
desecration.
Like a toenail or
A
fingernail.
toenail.
Yeah, toenail.
Why in the fuck do you need a toenail of a dead body?
Because it's a material
Is
component.
this
for
some
the spell.
necromancer stuff? I think it might be
Yes,
some
technically,
necromancer
but like
stuff.
it's not. It's. I'm remaking the body. I need a new body.
He points
okay?
up at a sign that says "No necromancy, no weird stuff."
Okay, it's just a toenail, and I'm not doing it here, obviously.
Roll me persuasion.
I wish I didn't use my inspiration on a sleight of hand. Actually, you gave me an inspiration. I might
I
be
just
using-
gave you it, but it's a straight advantage. You have to use it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
DM
using
inspiration is straight
a
advantage.
19. Thank God we did that inspiration.
Give me 1,000 gold.
Do you have Electrum, by the way? I'd like to change this out because you guys don't seem to value it that
We
much.
don't have electricity here.
No, what? Electrum.
Yes,
Doesn't matter. Here's 1,000 gold. I'm gonna take the nail. Gross. Would have preferred like a thumb or something. Okay.
That'll be
We
another
can go.
1,000 gold
What?
for the thumb.
Now you'll give me a thumb? You're like, oh, you know what? If I couldn't it
For
all
1,000 gold, I will give you a thumb.
down. Okay, you know what? Here's the nail back. Just give me the thumb.
For 1,000 more gold.
Deal.
So you paid 2,000 gold now.
Dude, now the spell will actually work. Now it has the material components.
He leans
Okay,
over towards you. What the fuck is wrong with her?
He has the mind of a 3-year-old.
No, I've met 3-year-olds. They're not that stupid.
He only acts stupid. She's actually the most intelligent person in the party. As shocking as that is.
Bullshit.
I'm not lying.
You're not the most intelligent person in the party.
I am the most level-headed. And the most good.
That I
But-
can believe.
I'm gonna pull out the arts and crafts supplies that she has and start making a little sign as we're walking back to everybody, saying monumental day is coming up. Like how that she's gonna create a landmark and dwarven steel will be made in the center of town. She's gonna put it right on the school when we pass it.
Why are you desecrating school?
It's a paint. It's a flyer.
Come on, Liara. I'm gonna yank
Yeah,
you away
pulls
from there.
the leash.
And he'll be like his block away and he'll like rip it off of the stool as she's walking.
I would have cast the movable object on it. 6th level. We're just killing all our spell slots today.
Fuck it. Wait, what isn't it coming? What is it? Rips half the wall down. They
You're
pay for this.
desecrating the
He throws
school.
coins into the school and walks.
I feel like it might be a nice note to end on.
I think that is a good one to end on. So everybody, you make it back to her lovely bastion, and you guys go over to the room that, well, Vindir, Elowin, and Casimir are discussing things. So, their conversation just ended. You guys are just getting back.
Hey guys. Is there a bunch of crap getting lugged behind us?
Well, he's packaging it up, getting ready to ship it out. Yeah.
Kaz, you don't remember the person that made your weapon, do you?
I never learned of it.
Damn
I
it.
took it from Gazosis.
And you just do legend lore on it since it's here.
What are you talking about?
Elowin, yeah, do you have the spell Legend lore? Actually, don't you have that wish spell? Can't you just wish it?
We need
I have legend
rest
lore.
first.
You have Legend lore? Vindir, can you do that real fast on his weapon? And then heal
Okay.
me so I don't die when I do this?
Where did Cassandra go?
She has retired for the evening.
Very
No
well.
need to worry, I didn't try to slit her throat.
I would have known.
Yet.
Don't.
Yeah.
And he just walks out.
Merely a joke. A joke.
You
Oh.
think he takes jokes about her about as seriously as you take jokes about Liara?
I know.
Hey, I might have told Gazurzis about the surprise party, guys. I don't think it's that much of a surprise anymore.
It's not
What
gonna be if you
party?
keep on talking.
Elowin has not been invited yet. Go on. Elowin
Wait,
just
you're-
asked what party.
There is no
Or
party.
you really did a bad job at inviting people.
There is no. There is no
Eh?
party.
It's
Yes,
dark.
there is a party.
No,
In
there's
her
not.
head,
Findir.
yeah.
Why are you
Uh,
telling her there's not a party?
What's the name of the maid again? Marceline?
Marceline, yes.
I've seen what hope can do to her. It's better to crush her spirit right now.
I'm just going to go see Marceline.
Okay. You go over to the kitchen, and she seems to be removing the table from the dining hall, and it's kind of remarkable. She looks to be, like, based off of your current visage, smaller than you, but she's picking up the table that seats 16 people and moving it to the side of the wall by herself.
Mm-hmm.
did
So
you
where's
need something?
the blood thing?
Oh, this room would probably be the biggest one that we have right now. I just need to open up the windows, push this over there, and I will set up all of my proper devices. Okay?
Want me to help you with pushing the thing aside?
Oh, no, that's not necessary at all.
So the big room is like the dining hall?
Yeah, the dining hall. And it's
Okay,
one of
is-
those, like, noble dining halls where you could sit 16 people at one table comfortably.
And like she pushed everything aside?
She pushed the table to the side. Now she's just opening the windows, and then she's going to set up the medical supplies.
I'll go to the center of the room and I'll transfer back into the dragon and just sit in the circle like a cat.
Mhm.
And I'll wait.
Perfect. So we have a different cat now, guys.
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
So back to the other room.
Yes.
You guys are
why
all
are you
welcome.
telling Liara that there's no birthday party?
Because there is
He's
none.
more serious than ever.
This can just be discussed later. Did you destroy anything when you were out?
No, actually, Eduardo, I'm gonna look at him destroyed a school.
He already left. Yeah.
Eduardo destroyed a school.
He did because Liara put a spell on the door handle and he couldn't get it through.
No, that was the
Wonderful.
shop, not the school.
Did anyone throw anything at you? No hassle there.
But there was a really rude mortuary person that was really hung up on giving me a nail and then gave me a thumb.
I'm not going to question why you're at the mortuary, but okay.
Oh, I need a new body.
There was only so much I could do to handle her chaotic natures.
Right.
That's I actually had to talk to Elwin about that later. But right now I kind of need you to legend lore that sword.
Yes, I would like you to do that as well.
Okay,
You
but
both-
I need information about the sword before I can legend lord the sword.
Don't have a sword here, doesn't that help?
It was made in Zodiac.
No, it wasn't.
Oh. It was made by a blacksmith. I know
Wait.
that.
By the way, happy birthday. He walks back in and hands you an electrum piece that has a very nice design on the back of it. It appears to be like a rose that's in full bloom, but like darkened, shaded, like it's burned into the electrum piece. That
This
is
is
a
beautiful.
collectible from the dead and ancient Black Rose dynasty.
This is the best gift I have ever received.
Happy birthday, little girl. And he'll pat you on the head.
Thank you. Give him a party invite.
No, thank you. I do not wish to go.
What?
I do
You
not
have
like
to invite his
crowds.
boss. You can invite his boss. That's the only way he's going.
He just nods and walks out.
Mhm.
He's gonna lose this bet so hard. I swear.
There is no bet, Liara, but still continue on. Regardless.
Making the dwarven steal.
You ought to remember that this is dangerous territory that we're in right now. Yes?
Have you seen what we've been doing lately? Danger just follows us, no matter what we do. At least with what Liara's doing right now is I can get stronger. Speaking of which, I need to go get my tattoos done because something tells me I'm not going to be with you guys for a while.
If somebody
Yeah,
can
because you're
drop
giving
it.
out more party invites.
There is no party.
Yeah, because you haven't invited anybody yet, clearly.
Yeah, you did a really poor job. I'm sorry.
Because there's no party.
You receive a sending. I regret to inform you that I may not be capable of making Liara's party. I just now found out about it, and I'm at the other side of the universe. In the future, please alert me beforehand. Sincerely, Gazazis.
I try to respond mentally like there is no party.
Yep. There is no party. And then the next 21 words you say also goes into your sending.
Xerxes is gonna be real mad if you keep telling him there's no party. He's gonna feel excluded.
Wow.
This is.
Are you guys actually gonna just throw a party now just to mess with her?
I mean.
Yes. Yes, now we have to. Well, there's multiple reasons we have to throw a party, but now we have to do it in spite of you.
Hey, you're getting a party for your new tattoos.
Rindir, about what was discussed before this, what was your thoughts?
You're going to have to give me more details, because right now I'm just thinking about what just happened.
The discussion with Cassandra. What did you get on your insight check?
Yes, that part. She is honest. She's being honest about not wanting to kill you. And she does hope that you, get your freedom and break your bonds too. So, kind of a mixed bag.
It's about as I expected. This is difficult.
I think she's just so old that she doesn't care if she dies anymore.
No, I think she's so old that she's powerful enough that she doesn't think we can actually do it. And to be fair, she has the right to be confident. If anything about what she said about her abilities is true, and it very likely is considering how close to the source she is. It is going to be that's a challenge, for certain. I also hate the idea of a wasted journey that for us to come here, only for this. And I still have my feelings about that so-called gift. Anyway, something to think of.
The killer.
She's proposed an alternative, but it would be by setting a rule upon me, one that I could not break, which I am not keen to do.
I wouldn't want to do that either.
The offering is to be helpful. However, it feels cheap, and it feels to go against what I am trying to do, which is to gain my separation from it. From even Marcella's influence over me. And by doing this, it feels like I might just be going underneath another thumb.
She didn't tell you what the rule was?
She did. That I will never be able to... Sorry.
Never have to.
How do I say this? I will never have to look away from any of them, so that their age will not control me and force me to divert. It is a very problematic thing that I have been desperately trying to get a solution to, but to little avail. Anytime something with time has come up for us, it has been to my detriment.
Then I think you already know your answer.
Maybe, but it feels like wasted time to just say no. And to fight her... I don't know if we would be successful. Cutting my losses feels bad. That's something I need to think on extensively.
Makes you feel better. I'm gonna support whatever decision you make. I don't like killing people, so maybe I'll just.
Here, do you wanted to pull out, guess?
Yeah, I need to make a shield to beat Guardos. It's not made of dwarf steel.
Why do you need a shield? You had one.
It was made of wood.
I mean,
And
yes, but still.
there's a legendary shield spoke of only here.
Yes, but remember, that's quite heavy. That's why we got you a wooden one originally, because you found the metal one's quite heavy.
Yeah, but I have one arm. Where'd Ellen-
Exactly, that's even worse now.
Yeah, I don't worry. I
But
got
you
this
found it
thumb, so I'm
heavy
gonna
and
have a
clunky
body.
before.
I got this thumb, and she looked old, but I'm just gonna ask Elwyn to like set it to like, what age should I pick?
Marceline like walks in. Excuse me, the blacksmith just dropped off this very lightweight adamantium kite shield for you.
What about the rest of everything else?
He's bringing it all here and it's getting packaged up. He just wanted this one to be specially delivered while security was active, considering how expensive, rare, and nice it is.
Well,
Can I
thank
see
you.
it?
Yes. She'll hand you over a beautiful adamantium kite shield.
Thank you. Just looking over. Does it seem well made? What
Are
would
you
it
proficient
do?
in smiths?
No.
Okay.
I'm proficient in all armor.
That'll
and
help.
Shields.
I'll say survival check then.
He was a soldier.
It's incredibly well crafted and designed to reflect or deflect attacks instead of being a more forceful shield. Some shields are meant to reflect, where you come in and they slam to like get you off your guard, whereas others are meant to deflect, which is where you smash or they strike and it smoothly moves off the side of the shield itself so that you can gain your advantage from that. One is made for people stronger, that's the reflection, and one is made for people more nimble, that is the deflection. The kite shield is made for deflection. And it's incredibly lightweight because adamantium.
Here,
This is
just throw,
rather well
throw it
made.
in the ground for now. We're just gonna cover everything.
That is a waste of a good shield. But
Don't worry, I have a plan. I'm gonna make the best shield that has ever existed.
By the way, nope, sorry.
I'll be right back. I need to go drain the blood of your friend. See you.
No,
Enjoy.
by the by, I'm like 600 years old and I'm a blacksmith. No one asked me.
Yeah.
I've really seen it at some point.
Yeah, you'll see it and you'll be able to tell them something. But yeah, she leaves to go start draining. In a full-size dragon, she's probably going to take like 10 pints from you, and you'll be perfectly
Yeah.
fine.
Mhm.
It'll be the equivalent of you losing like 100 hit points.
Make it 200.
No. She does
No?
limit no matter what she is doing, because
Okay.
that would be disrespectful to you as a guest.
Okay.
I understand your willingness, but they have a code of ethics here.
Okay, that's fine. And how many bottles does that make?
10 pints.
What's a pint?
I only... You guys do liters, right?
Yeah.
Liters, milliliters, okay. I think it's 2.5 pints to a liter,
Okay.
give or take.
It's about 500. It's 568 milliliters in a pint.
So
A lot.
10 pint. You said 10
Two-
pints?
2 pints to a liter, basically.
I was
No,
close.
She's expecting how many pints?
10.
10. So 4, maybe 5 bottles. Give or take.
Oh no, it'll be 10 bottles. It's all small bottles.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I
So
bet the since I'm blue, like all transparent. It's gonna be like a sapphire blue liquid.
Nice. And she will give you some biscuits from all of the biscuits she's been making for you.
Nom.
Yep.
I just take the one platter and just shove it in my mouth. Nom.
Back to the other group with their legend lore.
Yes.
So we're legend loring, guys?
Yeah, Liara needs his blacksmith name.
Okay.
Plus, I gotta get going soon. I gotta get food.
Give me 1 second. And as you begin attempting to legend lore this item, we are going to call the session here. And when we come back next week, we are going to learn more about Casimir's legendary weapon he's had for so long. See ya.
Ish.